Hello, everybody. I hope you are excited. I hope you are keen, because today we're gonna do something different. Today, let me turn the volume up so we get the mood. Today we're gonna play a little mystery game called Blood on the Clocktower. And it's gonna be very exciting. I'm gonna show you right now. You're not gonna be able to hear them yet. But we have a little room set up here with some players. We have some patrons, and we have some... I think actually we have only patrons, and we have some of my friends. We have Anton, Anders, and Martin, my friends from Sweden. And Ankonina, Nebuchadnezzar, Leanne, Alki, and Birdo are patrons. And we're about to play this little game of social deduction, lies, and deceit. And actually, I just hid the chat. I need to make sure that that is there. There we go. So, there will be two teams. A good team and an evil team. I have yet to hand out the characters. I think we're going to do that together, because I think that's going to be fun. And yeah, why don't we jump in? We'll let them know that we're live, and I'm going to explain to them what's about to happen. And please tell me if the volume of them is too loud compared to me, or the music, or whatever. Because it's just a bit of a different setup than normal. So we're going to jump in.
Figure out who everyone is, and then they kill me.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh no, it's Jonas.
It's me. Right, I was asking chat, like, let me know if they are too loud, and I could see already that you definitely are, because the volume was like, like
Nah.
so I'm turning you guys
Good thing
down
we
a
didn't
little
scream when he came back then.
Yeah, you were screaming.
bit. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have to turn up my gain.
Let's see, they are louder than me still. Let me turn my microphone input up a little bit, because I don't have...
hear me good when I talk like this.
Yeah, how is this chat compared to me? How are they? Let me know if I need to turn them down a bit more.
Sounds fine in here.
Yeah, you won't notice a difference.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's see. Well, unless someone says something new, I'm gonna assume that this is fine. This is good. Okay, they say it's good. Right. So we have 8 players. I'm showing you guys on screen here as well. There will be 5 townsfolk, 1 outsider, 1 minion, and 1 demon. Townsfolk and outsiders are good. Minions and demons are bad. And I'm about to start handing out some characters to you all. And I'm going to do this together with chat, so I'm going to mute myself so you can't hear me. And I'm going to mute you guys, so feel free to talk amongst each other until your characters are handed out, and I'm going to get back to you in a minute. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do is choose what characters are in play. Because there are actually, I think, 25 characters, and not all of them are going to be in play, because there's only 8 of them. So we need to choose which characters are going to be in play. So let's do that first of all. I am going to do this. In the beginning, you're not going to know what all the characters do, obviously, but I will explain to you all as we go, and it's going to make sense. I will explain how the game works. Let's see. So, select characters here. Right. So we need 1 demon. In this beginner script, there's only 1. It's the imp. We also need 1 minion. So there's the poisoner. Each night, choose a player. They are poisoned tonight and tomorrow day. Poisoning someone means that their ability isn't working as it's supposed to. There's the Spy, which is a bit more of an advanced character, so we're not going to use it. I'm not even going to explain what it is. Scarlet Woman is basically a fail-safe. If there are 5 or more players alive and the demon dies, you become the demon. So if the demon gets executed, like on day 1, and there's a Scarlet Woman, the evil team don't immediately lose. It's basically a backup fail-safe. And then there's the Baron. There are extra outsiders in play. So like I said, as with 8 players, there's going to be 1 outsider. If there's a Baron in play, there's going to be 3 outsiders. And that can throw things off. But I think that we are gonna go with Scarlet Woman or Poisoner. I'm gonna go Scarlet Woman. I want to give the evil team a chance here. Right. I need to pick an outsider. I'm gonna go with Drunk, because that's really funny. Drunk basically means that they think that they are one of these characters, but they're not. The entire game, I'm gonna give them bullshit, bogus information, and that's always funny. So let's do that. So I'm just gonna pick 6 of these then, because there's gonna be 5 plus the Drunk. So I will explain what they do. I'm just gonna pick some quickly. So we're gonna do this one. We're gonna do this one. This one. We're gonna do this one. This one. And this one. And I think that one's going to be the Drunk. And then we need one more. So we're going to do Slayer. And I'm going to explain them in a bit. So let's hand these out. Okay.
He's from the Netherlands.
All right, guys. As you can see, you've now each been given a character.
Uh-huh.
The only
Yes.
thing you know for sure is who you are.
Okay.
Because anybody could be lying to you. It's up to you whether you choose to trust them or not, but you know for sure who you are. Unless
What
you're
does
the
Swedish
Drunk.
flag mean?
Then you don't know who you are. Right. We are... I need to set up a couple of things. Give me just a minute and I'll get back to you. And then we're gonna head into the first night. Okay. So they can't hear me. What we need to do is we need to put up just a couple of symbols here so we know what's going on. So one of them is gonna be the Drunk. We're gonna make Anton the Drunk, and the reason is because the investigator's ability is you start knowing that one of 2 players is a particular minion. But I want to make him drunk so that we tell him wrong, because I don't want him to know there's a Scarlet Woman in play. I'm gonna make him believe there's a Poisoner in play. So I marked that he's the Drunk. And we don't need to mark anyone else for now. So... we're just gonna read the opening statement, and then we're gonna start the game. Okay.
Whatever. I don't know how long it takes, really.
Yeah.
Okay. We are actually ready to start. Let me first tell the chat this. You're gonna understand more as we go along, but the aim of the game for these players, chat, is that the good team wants to find the demon and execute them. The bad team wants to kill everybody so that there's only the demon and 1 other player left. Doesn't matter what type of player that is, as long as there's 1 other player and the demon left, the evil team wins. That is the goal of the teams. And let me just start off by saying this. Let me turn the music up here so that we get the right mood. Not for you guys playing, but for the stream, because you can't hear this. But just imagine that there's a hella moody music going on.
I'm thinking Yakety Sax. Okay.
You all live in a bustling little town called Ravenswood Bluff. It's a peaceful town so far. You've spent all your life there, you like it. However, you find at the old Clocktower in the center of the town square, your beloved storyteller, me, Jonas Frisk, pretty cool guy. Brutally murdered. Hanging from the large... Wait, what the fuck is it called? The thing! The thing! The hands of... Yes, the hands of the clock. I'm pierced through my chest, bleeding everywhere. I'm dead. There's a demon amongst you. It's your job to identify who it is and rid this world of this pest. And with that said, we're heading into the first night. Good night, Ravenswood Bluff. So, we're now gonna go through and wake each of them up in the correct order. So if we look at the sheet here, the first night, we first need to wake up the minion. And the minion is Martin, so let's do that. Hello, Martin.
Hello.
You are the minion.
Yes.
You are the Scarlet Woman.
Yes.
You know, you feel it in your evil brain that your fellow evil player, your teammate, and your demon lord is Nebuchadnezzar.
Coolio.
Okay, that's all you get to know for now?
Yep.
The next person we need to wake up, I believe, is the demon. Okay. Oh, wrong button. This button, I'm done. Okay. You are the demon. You can just nod if you don't want to speak. I know that your partner is in the same room, which makes this way more difficult.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, you are the demon, and I am here to tell you that your minion is Martin. That's your evil teammate. You should seek him out at some point during the day to maybe formulate a plan, up to you, but he is your teammate. Okay?
Okay.
And the first night you don't get to kill anybody, but from the next night you get to kill people.
Yeah, okay, that's clear.
Okay, that's it for now.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Anton.
Tjena!
Finally, you are good.
Det verkar som att alla
Sorry,
de här utländska människorna har liksom beefat upp oddsen äntligen.
Remember that we're streaming, so you need to speak English.
Sorry.
You son of a bee. No. So for chat, Anton has played with me and some friends before. Anton is one of my friends from home, and he's been evil like 95% of the time. Statistical anomaly standing before us, but he's finally good. And you are the investigator. And your ability reads, you start knowing that one of two players is a particular minion, and you feel deep inside your soul that Anders or Ankonina is the poisoner. Okay?
Ooh,
That's it.
understood.
Okay. So if you noticed, I actually lied to Anton just now because, like I said, he's the drunk, which means that he's not the investigator, he's just a drunk, and I'm just gonna give him bogus information. So I just told him that Anders or Ankonina is the poisoner. So let me make a note of that. Possible poisoner, drunk. So do we remember that? Possible poisoner, drunk. There we go. Wow, that's a terribly pointless power. Well, it's gonna come in handy. If they can figure out that he's a drunk, then they know that that information is wrong. Next up, we're gonna wake up the empath. Let's do that. Hello, Ankonina.
Hello.
You are the empath,
Yes.
and your ability reads that each night you learn how many of your 2 alive neighbors are evil.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel very confidently, you don't know how exactly, but you just feel a tingle that one of your alive neighbors is evil.
Okay.
Okay? That's it. And normally I would wait a little bit just so that they can't figure out that, straight after Ankonina, it was the end of the night. And then she knows that there's no fortune teller or butler in play. But I don't think that they're smart enough to figure that out because they're fairly new players. Well, 5 of them are completely new players. I'm just going to wake them up. Good morning, lovely, lovely townspeople of Ravenswood Bluff. It's been a bit of an unsettling night for you. After all, your beloved storyteller Jonas did just die. You don't know what's in store. You know that you can't waste time. You know that soon the demon is going to start killing you all if you don't act fast. I'm now going to give you, let's say, 7 minutes to discuss privately or openly with each other, exchange information, choose who you trust, who you don't trust, and after that, we are going to start nominations. That is when anybody of you can choose to nominate someone to execute them in hope of executing the demon. And when we get to that part, I'm going to explain how that works. But for now, you have 7 minutes to discuss in whatever way you please. And a reminder again, if any of you are unsure of what to do or how your abilities work, you can always request a private chat with me and I will explain it to you, okay?
Sounds
I'm
good.
going to head into the church.
Yeah, I'm going to work as well.
To go into a
Good
central-
morning. Is everybody just gonna go into the church?
So I'm muted so they can't hear me for now. But yes, so basically, the day has started. They are now going to discuss. I'm going to start a timer, and then we're going to have a listen. We're going to tune into some discussions. We're going to see what they think. We're going to see who is trusting who. And we're going to see what happens. Okay. Let's see. Set timer. It's a bit hard because the chat is on top of it, but is it here maybe? Yeah, set timer. We're going to do 7 minutes. Right, so we have a big timer. Nominations will open in. And there we go. So let's tune in. Let's see what they are saying. I'm able to jump into anybody's chats. Let's see what Berto and Martin are saying.
You want to stay alive as long as possible to get information and so on.
Somebody's lurking.
So, yeah, so even if
It's
you're a
me.
good character, you might not want to reveal.
He's in the
that you're a good
books.
character.
Oh no.
Okay, so did you get any information during the night?
No, I slept sound and happy.
I'm gonna mute him again because I just realized maybe it's good if I explain to you all what each and every character that's in play is doing. But yeah, will you do more of these kind of games? Yeah, for sure. If you like it, I will definitely do more games. Whether it's entertaining for the stream, I don't know. If it's not, I'm happy to arrange just game nights for whoever wants to play. But if it works on stream, I would be happy to stream it more. But yeah, let's go through the characters, right? So let's start off with Nebuchadnezzar. He is the demon. So as the demon, each night, not the first night, that's why there's an asterisk there. Each night, choose a player. They die. If you kill yourself this way, a minion becomes the imp. Basically, if Nebuchadnezzar starts feeling, oh shit, they're starting to suspect me, and his minion Martin is still alive, he can choose to kill himself, and he will transfer over. The imp power will transfer over to Martin, which is a great way to pull a fast one on the good team, if he feels like the walls are closing in, so to speak. It would be better if you hear them chat so you can sway the game a little. Yeah, we are definitely going to spend most game listening to them. I just want to go through the characters first so you all understand. Leanne is the Undertaker. Each night you learn which character died by execution today. So basically, if a player is nominated to be executed during the night, she will find out who they are. It's a great way for the good team to start confirming players and for Leanne to figure out who she can trust. Alke is the Slayer. Once per game, it's only once. During the day, publicly choose a player. If they are the demon, they die. So when she started suspecting someone, she can say, I'm the Slayer, I am shooting Leanne or Nebuchadnezzar or whatever. And if she picks the right one, they die, and the good team wins. Birdo is the Mayor. This one's a little bit more advanced. If only 3 players live and no execution occurs, your team wins. If you die at night, another player might die instead. So basically, what the Mayor wants to do, if he's one of the final 3, he wants to not nominate someone. He wants to convince everyone to not nominate today, because then the good team wins. And if the demon tries to kill him during the night, he might die, or I, as a storyteller, might choose to bounce the kill off to someone else. More likely than not, I will choose that, but I might choose not to, depending on what the situation is. I explained Martin before, but he's a minion. If there are 5 or more players alive, and the demon dies, you become the demon. So this is basically just a fail-safe for the evil team. Anders is the monk. Each night, choose a player, not yourself. They are safe from the demon tonight. Anton is the investigator, but he's actually the drunk. So he's just getting bogus information. But he starts knowing that one of 2 players is a particular minion. In reality, Martin is a Scarlet Woman. But he found out that Anders or Ankonina is the poisoner, which is just bogus. And Ankonina, finally, is the empath. Each night you learn how many of your 2 alive neighbors are evil. That's it. That's all the players. Now let's start listening in.
It's definitely either Anton or Sebastian, so that's the thing I'm debating on.
What about this then? Execute me today, because I have revealed my information, and if I wouldn't say to you that you are supposed to execute me if I was the imp, right? And I think that if you kill me, you will confirm as an empath whether...
Harkum Snarkum just pointed out that I forgot to give the demon the bluffs. That's true. I will give him bluffs during the next night. He's supposed to have 3 players that he knows for sure are not in play that he can bluff as, and I forgot. It's just because I'm streaming and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Again, you get new information and you see that you still have an evil ping, then you have confirmed that I was not the devil.
Yeah.
Supposed to tell me.
Yeah, but if there's a minion that
We're
poisons...
just gonna blame Jonas then.
Yeah, if there's a
Oi!
poisoner...
Why would you
and,
blame
you
me?
get poisoned, you will get the wrong information if you don't know that. Yeah. So the poisoner each night choose a player they are poisoned tonight and tomorrow day. So even if you get information, it might be completely wrong.
I was aggressively reacting to blaming Jonas, but I was muted, so you didn't hear any of that. I was like, why would you blame me? And then there was silence.
Fun.
I cannot stay here. I must check with Mundo Verantus because he's highly... suspect number 1.
Interesting.
Oh, everybody's leaving. We're here alone now.
We will see.
I didn't find any librarian, so I don't know how to rent books. So did everybody have a great night's sleep?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fine.
What do I mean that little to you as your beloved storyteller that you all had a great night's sleep after I was dangling from the hands of the big clock tower, bleeding everywhere?
I mean,
No
as
one likes
discussed
you.
in the library, we can handle the loss of the Jonas as long as nobody else dies.
All right.
That it would be very handy for us to know whether or not I am the role I think I am. Jonas, remind me, if the Undertaker checks a character, will he know whether or not there was a drunk or not?
That is actually a very good question.
Is that a way for the gamers to confirm that someone is a drunk, that they are killed, and then the Undertaker checks?
That is
Or do you have
very
to,
good.
or do you need a Raven Keeper?
No, well, I'm just gonna decide in my game that he will find out that there's the drunk if that happens. Okay.
Okay.
Still talking. What?
Yeah.
No. They're no longer talking.
Gather around, you silly fools that seem to be living way too happily despite me being brutally
He's dead,
murdered.
He's still talking. I don't know.
Nope. I'm talking now. Shush your mouth. So, basically, nominations are now open. You can still discuss publicly, but no more private, secret, sneaky little talks today. Nominations are open, and basically, if anybody wants to nominate someone to be executed, you just say, your name, nominate, and the name. And as soon as you do that, I will, let's say that Birdo nominates Ankonina as an example. I will do this. And when that happens, at first I'm gonna let the accuser give their argument without being interrupted, and then the accusee gets to give their defense without being interrupted. Then I will ask for pertinent information, and then we all vote. That's how it works. So yeah, feel free to discuss publicly if you want, but nominations are open.
Any takes?
Well, I think I will try to reaffirm the strategy that I might have whipped up here. And it's because I am the investigator. And for those who didn't hear it when we talked about it in the church. And my leads, if they are correct, is that either Anders or Ankonina is the poisoner. And of course, I can't confirm whether or not one of them are the poisoner, but we actually found out a very handy way of at least seeing. This is relying a bit on if Ankonina is telling the truth about her role, but if you kill me, you might be able to confirm whether or not I was right on that.
Is that a nomination on yourself?
If I can.
You can. Do you want to nominate yourself?
Sure, I nominate myself. I think we will have very little to lose by killing me today.
Anton nominates himself in a suicidal turn of events.
Interesting.
So
Fun
to
start.
to put Anton up for execution, to put him on the block, you need 4 votes at least. And the way it works is that, let's say that 4 people vote yes. He doesn't immediately die. It just means that he's put on the block. Then we go back to nominations. If anybody else wants to nominate someone and they get more votes than Anton, they get put on the block instead. Until we eventually don't have any more nominations or it's not possible to get more votes. Then that person will be executed. In the event of a tie, none of the people that are tied will be executed. So that could be something to watch out for. But yes. Does anybody have pertinent information specifically about Anton being nominated by himself? If you do...
Ought I to both accuse myself and defend myself?
Oh, yeah. Anton, what's your accusation?
Well, my accusation is just that it would be handy for the good team, and that if I was the imp, then I would not be doing this strategy because I would be ending the game immediately. And I guess as my defense would be that the one reason this could be a very bad strategy is if I was like the saint, but I don't think that that would be a very dumb strategy anyway.
Yeah, so is that your defense as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have anything pertinent to say about this nomination? Otherwise, we will start the vote in... Yeah?
I'm thinking that maybe Anton is playing this game really well now, because maybe he is the imp, and he's making us believe that he's not the imp because he's putting himself to death, right? And we're probably not going to vote for him.
Please vote for me.
Wait. No, wait. You could be right, because he might be imp, and he has a Scarlet Woman here. So it goes to the Scarlet Woman then. So he wants to, Nope.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see where it goes.
Well,
so that is why he would claim poisoner on 2 people.
Exactly. And I'm not that, so...
Does anybody else have anything to add? Otherwise, we will soon start the vote. I take that as a no. So let me just, for the players, explain this. When I start the vote, the clock hand will move clockwise. Whatever position you have your hand, which you do by spacebar, you raise or lower your hand. Whatever position your hand is in when it passes you, that is your vote. There are no take-backsies. If it's up when the clock passes you, you vote yes. If it's down when the clock hand passes you, you vote no. And there are no take-backs once again. So I'm going to start this vote. I'm going to give you a little countdown so you're ready. But yeah, spacebar to raise your hand or to take it down. Here we go. Anton, up for execution. Let's vote for needed.
This is the first time. He's happy to die. I mean, I don't know if I...
1, 2. Ooh, Berto chickens out. 3. 3 is not enough to put Anton on the block. Let me now just explain that you can only nominate Anton cannot nominate anyone else this turn because he's used his nomination for this day. Tomorrow he can nominate again, and no one else can nominate Anton today because he's already been nominated. But anybody else is free to nominate anybody else. Nominations are still open, guys. Does anybody want to nominate anyone?
Nope.
Okay. In that case, since the day is quickly fading out into night, the sun is setting. Unless someone has a last-minute change of heart, I am going to close the day and move into the second night in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night. Nobody dies by execution today. Okay, so interesting. That was actually a pretty good idea by Anton, but no one went for it. I saw that J. Leroy said, wasted vote, he's obviously not evil. So you guys obviously see exactly what they are, but they don't know that. They only know who they are themselves. His idea, though, was that if there is an Undertaker in play, which there are... Hang on. Hello.
Hello.
I actually forgot to give you some information last night, which I'm gonna give you this night. So, as the demon, you are supposed to know 3 bluffs. Basically 3 good rolls that are not in play that you can safely pretend to be without knowing that no one else is gonna be. Well, you can't be that one because I'm this one. Or if they are lying because you know that these characters are not in play. Okay.
Okay. I
and
really needed that.
yeah. I'm sorry I forgot that on day 1. Remember as well, if you feel the heat is closing in on you, you can choose to kill yourself to pass your demon power to your minion, as provided they're alive. Okay?
Yeah,
but on the left of your screen, there's a tab that says Bluffs. If you open that, you get 3 empty slots, and you can click on them and you can fill in the characters that I'm about to tell you. So your 3 bluffs that are safe to use are Chef, Saint, and Virgin. Did you get all 3? You are muted, just so you know. Chef, Saint, and Virgin.
Yeah, I got them.
Okay. In that case, since it's your... Actually, you don't get to kill yet. There's some other people I need to wake up. I'm coming back to you. You were the one requesting this chat, I just realized. But I'm gonna wake you up again, okay?
Okay.
So I was in the middle of explaining that Anto's strategy, why he nominated himself, was that he's thinking that there might be an Undertaker in play. It's possible Leanne told him that she's the Undertaker, and he chooses to believe that. And when he dies, the Undertaker finds out who he is, and they will find out that he is the drunk. And then he knows that he's a drunk, and he knows that his information is wrong. So it was actually a pretty smart move. However, they didn't vote for it. Let's wake up Let's see. We're going into not first night. We're gonna be on other nights. Let's wake up the monk. Hello, Anders. You are the monk. Each night you get to protect someone that cannot be killed by the demon. Who do you wish to protect tonight?
Let's go with Liam.
You are protecting Leanne. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Noted. Thank you.
Thanks.
Great. There we go. Sebastian, Mr. Demon.
Yes.
Who do you wish to put your little talons in? Who do you want to kill?
Given the conversation I had with Anton and Antonina, I have no choice but to kill myself.
Okay. You are
It's the
gonna kill
only-
yourself.
That's the only way they would not find out.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I can make that happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, Ankonina.
Hello.
In your soul, in the depth of your heart, you sense that none of your alive neighbors are evil.
Okay,
Okay?
got it.
That's it. Thank you. So I'm just going to explain what happened there. Basically, when Sebastian or Nebuchadnezzar chose to kill himself, he dies immediately. And after he dies, Ankonina uses her ability. You learn how many of your two alive neighbors are evil. At that point, Nebuchadnezzar was no longer alive. So her closest alive neighbors is now Anton and Leanne. And they are both good. That's why she learned no. Okay? And that's the end of the night. We also didn't wake Leanne up because she only wakes up if someone was executed. And no one was executed because the vote on Anton didn't go through. Okay? That's the end of this night. Let's go. Good morning! Lovely, naive, sheepish, but friendly townsfolk and inhabitants of Ravenwood's Bluff. You gather on the town square and you find really dead the cut up remains of Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar has died in the night, and that's what's happened. Feel free to discuss for, let's say, 5 minutes until we open nominations today.
Back to the church.
Me too, safe place.
Since Nebuchadnezzar killed himself, Martin has now become the imp. So let's do that. Let's also tell him. I should have told him during the night. I'm a little bit confused because I'm streaming, but I will message him a text message and tell him.
They feel safe there. In some way. Or another. Okay. Nebuchadnezzar. Do you know what he was?
I have no clue, but I did have some suspicions about him and Anconia, but then he died, and now that is kind of because there was 2 bad people, and there was only 2 people to agree to get rid of Anton.
Ah, yeah. No, wait. Well, no, yeah, right. It was Anton and 2 others. Yeah. That was...
Because now now I have the confirmation for that. It means that if the role that Anton has is true, then it means that Anders is the bad guy, I guess.
And let's be clear. Sebastian, you said that you were the soldier, right? So how could you die tonight?
I have no information on that.
Well, I guess...
Let me just jump in here and explain that because I believe because we had some tech issues before we set up, I believe that I forgot to explain this to the new players. But if you are poisoned for one reason or another, your abilities do not work. So let's say if Nebuchadnezzar has claimed soldier and he dies, that could be that he's poisoned and then his ability doesn't work. I'm just saying that mechanically that's what would happen in that case. But I don't think that I told Nebuchadnezzar and the other new players how poisoning worked, if I remember correctly, so he wouldn't have known that that was a possibility. I'm just saying.
Then I think we have a very good case that Nebuchadnezzar was the imp and killed himself to throw us off, and with the help of Anconina's imp.
I'm muting them all now. I did Nebuchadnezzar dirty, chat, because I forgot to give him the bluffs. So he played blind as a new player, not knowing who he could lie as being. So I've definitely given the evil team an uphill battle here. That is a mistake on my part. But yeah, let's see what happens. It's still early stage. I'm still trying to understand the game too. I will take a moment and explain it before we start nominations. But let's listen to what they're saying.
Yeah, maybe Elke has something to say.
Unfortunately, well, I'm in the same room as Sebastian, and I did overhear a bit of the conversation you had, and I know he said when we started something about having to be careful because we're in the same room. So now I'm thinking either they messed up and they said something without thinking about it, or they said something to like make me change my mind about stuff.
It's a bit like cheating. And isn't it pretty funny that we're all in the church? We could have just talked in the town square.
Of course, but I
Yes.
didn't.
I
get
was
to
thinking
church.
that.
You all went to the church. Did you feel scared in the open town square, and then you want to?
They're hoping to suss out the demon by being in the church. Like whoever starts like smoking and starts like being really weird.
Anton just throws holy water at everyone. Yeah.
Martin, you had a suspicion that there was a not gatekeeper, grave digger, right?
One person claimed to be an undertaker here. So
It was Lian.
yeah.
Yeah, I was the Undertaker.
Yeah.
So can you was it only when someone was executed that you get information?
No, died by. No, okay, it was execution.
Undertaker. The Undertaker only wakes up during the night if someone gets executed by nomination, and then they find out what character they are. Only nomination executions.
I see.
So that would have been very handy then if you guys had killed me like I told you, because then Lion could have confirmed that I was the investigator.
But I mean, a suicidal person.
Get out of the church.
Okay. Before we open up nominations, I just want to address quickly to any new people that have tuned in, because I saw someone doesn't know what's happening. So let me just very quickly say that we're playing Blood on the Clocktower. It's a battle between good and evil. On the screen, you viewers will see what each and every one of them are. If they are blue, they are good. If they are red, they are evil. On their end, though, they don't know. They only know who they themselves are. And every night, the demon kills a good player. And every day, the good team can nominate people in hope of executing the demon. That's how they win. So that's basically what's happening. We have just finished a discussion phase in the day, and now nominations are open for anybody that wishes to nominate anyone.
Well, if no one else gonna do it, then I think I'm gonna follow the collective logic that has happened here. and nominate Anders.
How many times have that worked, the collective knowledge?
Anton nominates Anders. Anton, what is your accusation? Why does Anders stink?
Because my original information was that either Anders or Ankonina is the poisoner. And Ankonina said that she was the empath and she had one ping, that one of her neighbors were good, one of them were evil, so the other would, by logic be good. And since Sebastian died tonight, and now her information says that she has two good neighbors, that would mean that Leanne and me were the good guys, and Sebastian was evil. And the only way that makes sense is if he actually is the imp and killed himself to throw us off, and making Anders, who used to be the poisoner, now becoming the new imp. So if we kill him, we can confirm that theory, and I don't think it's going to be a huge loss if we're wrong. That would mean that Ankonina is having some real 4D chess play going on right now.
No, but I mean, if someone was
Oi,
poisoned...
oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, oi. First, the accusee Anders gets to defend himself. Then we can add pertinent. Anders,
Yeah,
what's your defense?
Well, I don't have that much of a defense because I'm a monk, so I don't have any information really. But I would expect that someone, or that you, Anton, was poisoned in the beginning, or whoever it was that pinpointed me as the poisoner, or now the imp. Because I protected Leanne this last night. So yeah, but that's all I have. So if you kill me, I can't protect anyone anymore. So.
Okay. Right, so does anybody have any pertinent information about this nomination?
Yeah, I want to reiterate that if Ankonina is an empath and we have a poisoner in play, her information might be correct one night and wrong the other night, and that is why it might show evil and good and so on, shifting as well. So.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone could be a drunk and have bad information as well, right?
Yeah, obviously. So I mean, Anton or Anders or Ankonina and so on, claims to have all these.
Well, once
Or
again,
just
I
lying.
nominated myself the first night so that you could find out, especially now if we have a Undertaker, they could have confirmed then whether or not I was. I guess they wouldn't be able to confirm whether or not I was poisoned. Or, Jonas, did you say that she would know if I was a drunk if she checked my corpse?
If you are the drunk and you die by execution and there's an Undertaker in play, the Undertaker will find out your true character, which would be the drunk in this scenario that you are suggesting. If you were poisoned, however, she wouldn't learn that you were poisoned, she would just learn who you are, because being poisoned is not your character, that's just the state that your character is in, right?
So I cannot confirm 100% either way, but I think this is a very sensible option.
Okay. Unless anybody else has anything pertinent to add, I will start the vote to execute. Yeah?
Did you tell them about the ghost vote?
I did, but let's remind them again. So anybody that's dead, in this case, that's Sebastian. For the rest of the game, you only have one more vote. So if you were to vote on this one, for example, you could not vote at all for the rest of the game. So in general, it's a good idea to save your ghost votes until the final night so that you can help sway whatever direction do you think it should go. But it's up to each and every one of you. There are reasons to use it earlier, but it's just important for you to know if you are dead, you only have one more vote for the rest of the game, okay? I can see Ankonina lost connection. Let's give her a minute to come back. There we go. Ankonina seems to be back. Right, in that case...
I should also mention for the people still debating whether or not to vote here, remember that Sebastian said that he was the soldier, and the soldier's ability is that they are not the demon can't kill them. So that would require the poisoner and demon to work like coordinated attack to make sure to disable his ability and then kill him to make sure that he actually dies. And I'm skeptical that they could have pulled that off.
Why would that be so difficult? It's just to have a chat.
Well, they would have to know that he is the soldier, first off.
I'm gonna step in because this discussion is interesting, but it's veering away a little bit from this specific nomination of Anders. So I am going to start the vote, whether we should execute Anders or not, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4 is required to put him on the block. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4 is enough. 5 is more than enough. So Anders currently has 5 votes. He is marked for execution. He's not yet dead. There is still the possibility to beat that. So I will say that nominations are still open if anybody else wants to nominate someone else. And if no one else wants to, I will say that it's gonna be the end of day in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anders is pulled against his will to the gallows. The rest of the gang happily, cheerfully pulls the lever. He falls and dangles. And he dies. And we head into the third night. Good night, Ravenswood Bluff. Let's see what the morning has in store. Okay. I muted myself so they can't hear me. So we finally got an execution. This means that tonight, Leanne will wake up and confirm that Anders was the monk. Let's remove this note from last night. Okay, but let's see. The first one to wake up would have been Anders, but he's now dead. The next one to wake up is the imp, who used to be Sebastian, but was passed over to Martin. So let's wake Martin up. Hello. Hello, Martin.
Hello.
So, I don't know if your demon, your previous demon, had time to tell you, but I messed up the first night. I forgot to give him his bluffs.
Yeah, I was thinking that because he didn't seek me out. Yeah.
So I don't know if he's had the opportunity to speak to you about it, but to give you a bit of a chance here, I'm gonna give you the bluffs, because otherwise I think it's a bit unfair, because you should have had them already. So the 3 bluffs that are safe for you to use, I mean, you might have already claimed something else, but I'm telling you anyways. The 3 characters that are not in play is the chef, the saint, and the virgin.
Okay. Pretty neat.
Okay, and who do you wish to violently kill?
I kill Berto.
You killed Berto? Okay, great. And would you like to briefly describe how you kill him?
Chopping up in small pieces, spreading out, and then set fire on them because it's barbecue season. And yeah.
Okay. Great. Very nice. Thank you, thank you. So I'm muting myself here once again. So, Berto is the mayor. The mayor's special ability is if you die at night, another player might die instead. And in this case, I am gonna do that. And what I'm gonna do, because the bad team had such a difficult start because I messed up. So I'm gonna give the good team a little bit of a punishment here to even out the playing field. So I'm gonna bounce the kill from Berto to Leanne, because she is about to confirm Anders, and if we kill her, she will not, and that's gonna hurt for the good team. So let's do that to even the playing field a little bit. Let's remove this. And now we wake up. We should have woken up Leanne, but she's dead, so we wake up Ankonina. Let's go. Hello.
Hello.
The empath wakes up once again. And you learn that both of your alive neighbors are good. You feel it in your bones.
Okay.
Okay?
So none of my neighbors is evil, right?
None of your alive neighbors are evil. That's the keyword,
Oh.
alive neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
So since Leanne has died at this point, which Anconina won't know yet, her closest alive neighbor on this side is actually Alke, but she's good, so that doesn't actually change. And Anton on the other side, so her neighbors are good. Okay, let's wake them up. Oh, good morning. Yet again. You're almost starting to feel nervous. Almost. It's about time. You all kind of look behind you. You don't know who to trust. It's a scary situation you're in. The demon seems to be wreaking havoc. And indeed, the demon seems to have been active again. Because when you assemble in the town square, you find chopped up into tiny, tiny pieces and what seems to have been almost put on a barbecue of some sorts. The burnt little pieces of everybody's favorite hamster, Leanne, is dead.
Ooh.
I knew it.
I am going to give you, let's say, 4 minutes to discuss until we open nominations.
Well,
If I only were there to protect you. But oh well.
We're not doing church today.
No. it's
I guess not.
It's no point.
You can just be in the open. We all went into the church.
Yeah.
Well, my big master plan obviously failed.
Look what you did.
I'm so
well,
confused.
your plan is working fine, I see.
So I think this at least confirms that.
Mute myself again and just chiming in because Martin, the current imp, sent me a text message saying Birdo ? Because he chose to kill Birdo and he woke up finding out that Leanne is dead. And he's confused. He thinks that I made a mistake, but I have not. Because since Berto is the mayor, if you die at night, another player might die instead. And I chose to use that. That's up to my discretion. I chose to bounce it to Leanne. Since the evil team is currently at a disadvantage because of my fault, I forgot to give Sebastian, the previous imp, some important starting information. So I helped out the evil team a little bit here by killing someone that's more valuable. And that's what happened. And I have now told him, you will have to think about how that could be. I have not made a mistake. So he's probably now aware that Birdo is the mayor.
I think that's a really good case that I am the drunk right now.
Maybe.
Maybe we should still. So maybe we
Well,
can still kill Anton.
well,
I think
I
it's
concur.
Or Martin.
I
Vote
I
Martin.
think this is like the perfect situation to mention my character now because I am a chef, and I know that there is a pair of evil players here.
Ooh.
And well, considering how it looks right now,
So I'm just going to mute myself again here. So Martin has just used one of his bluffs that he knows is not in play, and he claims to be the chef. The chef starts knowing how many pairs of evil players there are, and and since he knows no one else is the chef, he's just gone for that, and he said that he knows there's a pair of evil players, which can, he's basically trying to trick people into thinking that the two evil players are sitting next to each other, which they're not, so he's obviously trying to throw them off. That's what's happening.
it's left on that front. So
Are you saying that Anconina is the imp now?
no, but I mean that was if he was the imp, then she should be the imp now, since Leanne is dead. Or yeah,
What about our Danish friend down there?
Well,
Bold of you to call any Danish person friend. I just have to chime in and just as
Jonas,
an,
you are dead. Shut the.
Hey, if you didn't know, in this game, dead players can speak. We're inclusive.
But Anconina could also have been lying from the start.
yeah.
I mean, that's the case. If my information is still correct, that I am the investigator and either Anders or Anconina is the poisoner, and if Anconina has been feeding us wrongful information since the start, then I have absolutely no idea
Yeah, I think one of you
Especially-
is the drunk.
I'm
My-
not gonna lie. I think that Anton is the drunk, and I think that the imp is Martin or Berto.
I have reason
I'm
to
leaning
believe
towards
otherwise.
that as well.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Same.
You're a very open town. This game, there's not a lot of secret, private conversations, which is good. You all seem to trust each other, yet you all seem to think someone is evil. What gives? Anyways, nominations are open, but feel free to share some more information if you want. But I must remind you, the sun is setting, and it's setting quick. So if I don't hear any nominations somewhat soon, I am gonna call it a night.
Is this perhaps the time for Bert or Elke to reveal their characters if they want to either help the good side or...
My character won't do any good right now since we need to be less people for it to work. But
Okay.
Puss.
well, I don't know what characters would need that. But whatever.
I mean, it seems obvious now, but okay.
My current idea is that Anton and Ankonina is the two evil players due to how they've been playing on each other with their story,
So
trying
Anton,
to get one out each time.
so
But
Anton,
I believe that
How would you then explain that I have constantly been saying that I am...
either you're not the imp or Ankonina has the Scarlet Woman, which makes you able to still...
Or you're very good at reverse psychology and you know we won't vote for you if you keep saying kill me.
Also
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
yeah. So
I will remind
I've
you all
been seeing
again
you in this
that
strange...
I am listening for nominations because the sun is setting
I-
awfully quick.
I nominate Ankonina.
Martin
Yeah,
nominates Ankonina. Martin, what is your accusation of this potentially foul beast, Ankonina?
Well, I just have the pair back up really, and empath, and if the two evil players sit next to one another, claiming one empath and the other one just throwing out poisoner and so on, it would be such a good deflect all the information. So.
And Ankonina, what is your defense?
I don't really have one. You just will have to trust me that I'm the empath, and I'm not the kind of person to, manipulate and feed wrong information. Yeah, I don't have very much in my defense.
Okay, does anybody else have anything pertinent to add?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So I think that Ankonina maybe is good and Martin is bad. Because Martin tried to protect me verbally, but when the when it came down to the actual vote, he voted for me to hang, and now he's eager to hang.
When did
some
I
other people here.
protect you?
No, you didn't. You voted for me to hang them.
No, yeah, but I don't like you as a person.
Yeah, so I don't
Shots
think
fired.
it's Ankonina. I think it's
You
Martin.
cannot trust that at all. I mean,
I think it's Martin.
Okay, Berto, are you holding up your hand because you want to vote, or are you holding up your hand because you have pertinent
voting.
information?
Because I believe what I said before.
Okay.
That Anton and Ankonina. And either way, we're gonna get one of the evil out of the pool if we get her out.
Okay. Unless we have any other pertinent information, in 10 seconds, I will start a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 votes are needed to put Ankonina on the block. Let's vote. And remember, dead players, you only have one more vote for the rest of the game. Let's go. 1, 2, 3 is enough. 3 is enough. Ankonina is currently on the block marked for execution. Technically, someone can beat that with a higher amount of votes, so I am still gonna say that nominations are open for anybody to nominate anyone else.
And I will nominate... It's hard, I can't tell if it's supposed to be Martin or Berto, but I guess it would be very weird to nominate Martin since he is the one who gave us the information about the pair, so that would,
It's just because
possibly...
I'm Danish or what? No.
But I'm Scanian, so I actually have no prejudice.
Well,
But,
are we gonna hear a nomination here? Pick your poison, pick your poison, pick your
I'm really
poison.
starting to believe that I am the drunk because I don't think my information was reliable, and I'm gonna have to let it. I'm gonna have to let.
Take out the middle guy.
What?
Yeah, I nominate Martin.
Anton nominates Martin. What is your accusation? Why does Martin suck?
I think that my information was wrong from the beginning, and as I've said many times, I was very happy to be executed to kind of prove that I at least was not the demon. And now, the closer you get to the ending of where we actually need to have townspeople alive, I'm gonna have to be a bit wilder with my guesses. I think that he came up with the idea of the pair in order to get the Anton and Konina accusation through, so to say. And because I have certainly not been in cahoots with Ankonina, though she could still be a very good poisoner, but I really doubt that.
Okay, Martin, what is your defense against this accusation?
It's not more than a desperation on their part.
It still holds up, right? I mean, if they are the evil duo, they could have easily killed me in the first night. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything to add about Martin being nominated for execution? If you don't, I will start the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 votes to tie, 4 to execute.
What the hell?
And dead players, remember you only have 1 vote, but do remember if you get 3, nobody dies. So let's go. 4 are needed to execute.
Don't.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, good.
4 is enough to put Martin on the block instead of Ankonina. Let me just do a quick little count here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, that can be beat. We can get 6 votes, so I am still gonna leave nominations open if somebody else wants to nominate. But the sun is setting very quick, so you don't have long. So if you do wish to nominate someone, please do so in 10, 9, 8.
It would be very fun if Anders and Ankonina is in coach. But then Martin's information would be wrong about the being pairs. I don't think that's likely.
Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Sorry, did you nominate someone?
I could nominate Anton.
Yeah, we could nominate Anton.
Martin.
Yeah, it's up to you. Do you want to nominate someone?
Well, Martin took Konina for me, so I'm gonna nominate Anton because I believe either one of them, and right now it's not pointing to either one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Berto nominates Anton. You did just kind of explain, but if you do want to add something more, I'm giving you the word. Otherwise, we will pass it to Anton for defense.
Well, along with what I've said so far, he also wants to be voted out according to his earlier statements.
Okay, Anton, do you have a defense against this?
Well, the obvious one being that, as I just said before I nominated Martin, that was kind of before we were starting to get very few players. Now it's suddenly very important to keep townspeople alive. And no matter if I'm drunk or the investigator, it's going to be a benefit for a good team to keep me alive now. And it kind of reads a bit like, if Berto and Martin are in cahoots, this is a kind of desperation play to make sure that Martin isn't executed and the game ends.
Okay, does anybody else have anything pertinent to add about this nomination?
He's still capable of lying, remember that.
Very true. Okay, it doesn't seem like anyone else wants to add something. So I will start the vote whether Anton should be executed. Remember, 4 votes to tie, 5 to execute. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's vote. 1, 2, 3 is not enough. And Sebastian uses goat vote, so we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the only way to beat 5 would be if someone votes on themselves. So I'm just gonna quickly say, if anybody wishes to vote on themselves, please say so now. Otherwise, we will move into the night in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Martin is dragged towards the gallows. He's gently and kind of poetically tied up in the noose. In a somber moment of silence, while some cheeky smiles do go around the crowd, the lever is pulled, and he falls, he dangles, and he dies. And the game is over. Congratulations to the good team.
Yes.
Wait, fuck, what? Hold up, wait a minute. What?
Yeah, I if you give me the word now, I am now gonna reveal what's been going on. The viewers of the stream know everything. They've seen all of you, but I will now reveal the secret sauce to you players. What the hell just happened? So hang on, we need to press that button here. So let's start off with the fact that Anton was the drunk. He thought that he was
we got that.
he thought that he was the investigator, and he was told incorrectly, since he's just a drunk hot mess, that either Anders or Ankonina was the poisoner, which was obviously bogus because Anders was your monk and Ankonina was in fact your empath. So Ankonina, she was told already on night 1 that she felt that one of her alive neighbors was evil, and her neighbors were Anton, who was drunk, he was not evil, and Nebuchadnezzar, who was your imp to start out with. And here's where it gets a little bit funny, because I did the evil team dirty. Because I forgot to give Nebuchadnezzar some essential information on night 1. He was supposed to be told 3 bluffs, 3 good characters he knew for sure were not in play that he could safely claim. And I just forgot, so he was playing blind. And he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And he got himself suspected pretty quickly. Which is why on the next night, he killed himself to pass along his imp abilities to
That was such
someone
a
else.
panic move.
And let's then move over to Leanne. Leanne was the Undertaker. Anton did have a really good idea in the beginning of the game. He was nominating himself in the hopes that there was an Undertaker. I suppose Leanne probably told him. And if he would have been executed, Leanne would have woken up and she would have learned that Anton was the drunk, and that could have sped up the deduction for the good team. But that did not
Actually,
happen.
I had no idea. I had no idea that Leanne was a Undertaker by that point. I was going on Ankonina's information that she was neighboring one evil character. So that if I was killed, then her information would be updated next night and would probably confirm that she's still sitting beside one evil character.
So basically, you were not as smart as I thought. Okay.
Yes, exactly. That's on brand for the drunk.
Yeah. Elke was the Slayer. She had a once per game ability to pick someone publicly and shoot them. And if they were the demon, the good team wins. She never used her ability. And Bertu was the mayor. And this is interesting because, as you can figure out, Martin used to be the Scarlet Woman, but he was the imp after Nebuchadnezzar killed himself. And Martin actually chose to kill Bertu. But because of Bertu's ability, if you die at night, another player might die instead. And at that point, I chose to bounce the kill to Leanne, because Leanne was probably the most powerful player for the good team, and I thought that I needed to give the evil team a little bit of a hand after I did them dirty. So Leanne took the fall. She was killed instead of Birdo. But alas, it didn't matter, because in the end, Martin was nominated and executed, and the good team successfully identified the demon, and the good team wins. No.
Yeah, as soon as I understood he was mayor, I sort of panicked, because then I had no idea how to get a kill on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I chose the wrong bluff as well. I didn't know what bluff, but the soldier was the dumbest bluff to choose in this case. Because
To be fair,
actually,
that's error he has done several times now, forgetting to give.
It's happened twice. It's happened twice. Come on. Come
Yeah,
on.
many times.
still, I think I didn't
Jonas,
really have.
as always, fucking up.
Well, I didn't really feel I had another play, because if I were to kill Ankonina, you would have definitely known I was him.
Yeah, after the first round, I was like, it's definitely Sebastian, and then he was dead, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so I don't
Yeah.
think I had another play than just to pass it on.
Yeah.
I am sorry for not believing you, Ankonina.
By the way, Anton, I was planning to fake the chef character from the start already, because that would have forced you to think about pairs constantly. So
I believed
that
Anna.
wasn't a desperation move. What?
I believed in Annas, and when everybody voted him out, I felt mistrust in that area.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about the fact that you also voted for it.
Damn this guy.
Well,
I gotta say, it was pretty interesting. I've been evil so many times that I think that I've fooled myself into believing that I'm good at this game, and then I get to be a good guy again and remember how incredibly confusing it is.
yeah.
I mean, you were the drunk.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to be a good player. It's hard to be the bad players as well. But when you're good, when you don't know that you're evil and you don't know your teammates, it can be a bit stressful. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope chat enjoyed that. I feel like there's definitely some things I could fine tune for next time we try this on stream. I do want to say though that it was a pretty quick game. If you guys want to, we can play another round. If you do want to do that, no pressure, but if you do want to do that, raise your hand, and we can play another round if we have enough players. Otherwise, that will be it for today, but I'm happy to play another round if you want to. Right? That's fine. That's fine. We still have enough players to play in that case. But that's fine. Yeah, let's do another round, and let's make sure that I don't fuck it up for the evil team this time.
That would be lovely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. In that case, Birdo, I will remove you from your seat. And yeah, let's get ready for another round. Oh, I kicked him out as he was. I was like, be gone.
Get out of here.
You foolish Danish person, be gone. So there's one thing that I am considering, and that is there is basically this game has a lot of different special things you can do to make it more inclusive to people, to make it work in different circumstances. I'm considering whether we should use a fabled character that basically lets two people know that they're on the same team, whether they're good or bad. Since Alki and Sebastian are in the same room, I wonder if they kind of need to be on the same team, whether it's good or evil. On the other hand, it immediately makes it pretty obvious to one team or the other. If both of them are evil, then if you pick one of them, it's really quick to then pick the other one. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether we should do that in such a small game. Put it this way. if there's any sensitive information that you wish to talk to me about or anybody else, you can do the texting, right? So Elke or Sebastian, you can message me. You know, you can press enter, you can hit the letter symbol on me, and you can write to me if there's something. So let's say one of you is the demon, you can write, or I don't know. I think that's still the best way to do it in such a small amount of players, to be honest. Is that okay with you guys?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sweet. In that case, I am gonna mute myself and mute you guys. Feel free to discuss whilst I pick out the characters for the next round, and then I'm gonna hand them out, okay? Alright, chat. So, yeah, we can't hear them now. Let's choose characters for the next game. So in this game, there's 7 players, which means there will be 5 townsfolk, 1 minion, and 1 demon. Let's see what we can do with that. Now they know what they're doing. Yeah, the first game always like, you know, you warm up, you figure out some stuff. Let's see what they do from now. Martin, Anders, and Anton have all played before. They are my friends back in Sweden. And Ankonina, Nebuchadnezzar, Lian, and Elke are patrons, and they have not played before. And Berto also, he had not played before. So we have 3 experienced-ish players and 4 beginners. But now at least everyone has played at least 1 game. So, let's pick the characters. Okay, so obviously we need an imp. Let's unselect all of these. Let's change it up. So we need an imp. Let's pick a different minion. I'm tempted to pick the Baron, because if you pick the Baron, there's 2 extra outsiders in play. Right now, because there's 7, there's no outsiders. These are the outsiders. If I pick the Baron, we get to use 2 of them. And then it's only gonna be 3 townsfolk and 2 outsiders. Or I'm tempted to pick the Poisoner, which every night can choose a player and poison them, meaning their abilities don't work. What do you guys think? I might be leaning Poisoner. It's more interesting, I think. Why don't we do a really quick vote on that? Let's see. Again, Poisoner, Baron. Let's see. Poisoner or Baron? So Poisoner fucks with the good team's abilities, and Baron just makes it so that there are 2 outsiders, which are more chaotic. It basically, outsiders can kind of fuck it up for the good team as well. Ooh, it's pretty even, Steven. That's really funny. Right, whatever it ends on in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 50-50 even Steven. In that case, I'm gonna choose, and I'm gonna choose Poisoner, which means there will be no minions, no outsiders. Okay, so we need 5 townsfolk. Let's give them... Let's not do Mayor again. Let's do Ravenkeeper, so if they die at night, they get to pick 1 player and learn their character. Let's do that. Let's do... Let's actually do the Chef this time. And let's do Fortune Teller this time. Each night choose 2 players. You learn if either is a demon. There's a good player that registers as a demon to you. So there's a red herring, like a false information trigger. Let's also do... Let's do the Virgin. And we need 1 more. Let's do... Well, since we have a Poisoner in play, it's fun with information gathering roles, right? Because we can fuck with their information. So let's do... Maybe Undertaker's a bit too powerful. We already have the Ravenkeeper. Let's do the Empath. No, let's do... No, we didn't get to see the Undertaker. Let's do the Undertaker. Let's just see what happens. And we're gonna hand them out randomly. Okay, so we have Ankonina is the evil minion, the Poisoner. Martin is the imp. He's evil again. And then Elke and Nebuchadnezzar ended up both on the good team, so that's interesting. Let's see if they trust each other in the room. We're gonna... Okay, let's talk to them. Okay, guys. You
Jonas.
have... Yeah? What's up?
Can you shuffle us around, maybe? Is that a good idea?
Yes. Yeah. I can shuffle around the seats. Let's do that. Let's see. Gather your players. Shuffle seats. Do you want to randomize seating? Yes.
Oh, I didn't move.
I'll do it again. Shuffle seats.
No, it's okay.
There we go.
But we're still dead, though.
Yeah. It will reset in a hot didgeridoo.
You're really evil to me. I mean, I'm both dead and marked for execution as well. So it's...
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's just cruel.
Actually, that mark for
I'm in the same
execution.
spot.
Sorry?
I said I'm in the same spot. Everybody else got to move.
Well, no more moving. You just have to sit there and take it.
Oh.
Yes, that's right. You fool. Okay. Let me turn the music up here a little bit because we're about to do the introduction. And it's very, very exciting.
Am I still marked for death for you?
You will... I can't remove it until we go into night. So, well, actually, let me do this. Now it should be gone, right?
Yay.
Okay. So, once again, you are the fabled, potentially very unfortunate citizens or townsfolk, inhabitants, whatever way you want to call it. You live in Ravenswood Bluff, a town being scarily close to midsummer in the amounts of murders taking place there. Amongst you is a demon. Your beloved storyteller Jonas, that's me, has been brutally murdered. My body is hanging off the large clock tower in the town square. My blood is dripping down on the cobblestone streets beneath your feet. You feel a sense of urgency. You know that you must identify the demon in disguise amongst you before it's too late, before he has picked off each and every one of you. And the only thing left is the echoes of their laughter in the night. And with that said, it is night. Ooh, I think that was pretty dramatic. Fuck yeah, let's go. Okay, so before we start waking them up, we need to do something. So Nebuchadnezzar is the fortune teller. Part of fortune teller's ability is that there is one good player that registers as a demon. So let's make Anton register as the demon, because Anton is gonna potentially claim Virgin. And the first time you're nominated, if the nominator is a townsfolk, they are executed immediately. This sounds like a bad thing for the good team, but it can be a great way to confirm that Anton and whoever nominates them is good. But if Nebuchadnezzar has suspicion that he's evil, Virgin is a pretty good bluff for the evil team, so that might cause some confusion, which is lovely. So let's do that. Let's just pick some bluffs as well for the evil team. A mayor is not in play. We can say... Let's say recluse, because then they could argue that there's a baron in play, and they're the recluse, and then there's another townsfolk that is the drunk, but they don't know it. And let's also say soldier. Okay. First night, we need to wake up Ankonina. Let's do it. Hello, Ankonina. Today, you are evil this time. Are you there? I can't hear you, just so you know.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn my mic on. Sorry.
That's okay. Right, so you are the minion, you are the poisoner.
Yes.
And you get to choose someone already tonight to poison. Who do you wish to poison?
I'm gonna choose Elka.
You're gonna choose Elke, that's great. And I'm also about to tell you that your demon is Martin.
Okay.
Okay. And that's it.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
My dear demon.
Yes.
Evil again, I see.
Yeah.
But more knowledgeable than last time, because you were about to receive the 3 bluffs.
Kick ass.
Okay, so your 3 bluffs, you don't have to take notes on your computer. You can just press the bluff tab to the left, and you will have like a pop-out thing, and you can put those 3 symbols there if you want to.
Okay.
So, your 3 bluffs, characters that are not in play this round, that are safe to pretend to be, are Mayor, Recluse, and Soldier.
And Soldier.
And just as a general tip here, you might have, you probably figured this out, but your minion is Anconina, by the way. But with the Recluse, if you choose to bluff as the Recluse, you could argue that, since you are the Recluse, there must be a Baron in play, and there must be another outsider, and they are obviously the drunk if they're not coming forward. So that's just a little tip for you, that you could do that with that character.
Will I know what minion she is?
No, you will have to find that out by talking to her.
And you said Anconina.
Anconina, yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Okay, you cheeky person. You're muted, just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
Right, you were the chef, and you start knowing how many pairs of evil players there are. So pairs means that they are sitting next to each other. Right? And you feel deep inside your sternum that there is a pair of evil players. You feel that the 2 evil players are sitting next to each other. That's what you sense.
Interesting. Thank you.
Okay. So you might have noticed that I just lied to her, and that is because Anconina, very luckily, poison sniped her, and her information is wrong. So she's now going to be looking for pairs of evil players, when in fact, the evil players are not sitting next to each other. So that's actually very interesting. Let's see what happens with that. And now it's time to awake the fortune teller.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
You are the fortune teller.
Yes, so I see.
You get to choose 2 players, and you will learn if either of them is the demon. So to be clear, you don't learn whether they're evil or not, you just learn if they're demons. So if you pick the minion, you will not learn anything. You only learn if either of them is the demon. Okay?
Okay.
And one of the good players will be a red herring for you, so that's not going to change. I've selected one good player that will always register as the demon for you if you select them. Okay?
Okay.
So who do you wish to check? Which 2 people do you want to get the feels on?
The 2 people furthest away from me in the circle.
Okay, and I guess that would be Anconina and Anton?
Yes.
So, you feel that one of them is the demon.
That's what I feel, yeah.
That's what you feel. You sense it in your balls.
Yeah, very, very strong balls.
Okay, that's it. Right. Bye-bye. So we actually get to see the examples of all of these things coming into play, because he picked Anconina and Anton, and normally he would get a no, neither of them are the demon, but Anton happens to be his red herring. So Anton triggers him to believe that one of these 2 is the demon, which is obviously wrong, because Martin is the demon. So that is interesting. Now it's time to wake them up. Good morning, dear townsfolk. It is the first day after your beloved storyteller was brutally murdered. The blood is still fresh in the gaps between the cobblestones. You have not quite figured out how to clean the crevices out. So, you know, my death is still fresh on your mind. You're sad, but maybe. But you can't be sad for long because you need to spring into action. I am reminding you that there is a demon walking amongst you and you need to figure out who that is. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to discuss amongst each other to decide who to trust and who to fucking kill, you know? Here we go. You're free to discuss.
Okay, so first off, before I get killed, this round I'm the chef. And there's a pair of evil characters in this round.
A pair, okay.
That doesn't help.
Next to each other.
Maybe it
I'm
does.
gonna get more likely to be killed straight away just for revealing that, or what did you mean that you would not be able to use that information later?
Yeah, I felt it was useful.
Did you say that there are or aren't pair?
There are.
Are. Okay, there.
Chat is telling me that you guys are quiet, so I'm just gonna turn you guys up. You don't need to do anything, but I am turning you up. And I'll turn the music down a little bit. Yeah, feel free to continue talking.
So does anyone have any more information on that to share?
Uncharacterized
All at once.
mantle. Yeah.
Anton,
That's no information.
no information? Alright.
I think Ankanina got disconnected.
She's back. She's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Ah,
Do you have information?
I'm just reminding you guys, and maybe encouraging you even to do some private discussions, because it can be hard to get people to throw information out in the open in a group. So I would suggest doing some private conversations to try and get things going.
Maybe I don't.
that means that you do.
Yeah. I don't want-
So we are currently now listening in on the private conversation between Anders and Martin, just so you know what's going on.
Empath
For now.
Slayer. Slayer.
How about you?
I'm one of the bottom 4. But no, what?
So the evil.
No, right.
It's like, fuck!
Well. Alright. Thank you.
And then it felt quiet. So, Ankanina, did you receive information last night?
No, I didn't receive any information.
Too bad. I'm gonna try and figure out if one of the guys has something.
Okay.
The problem is that it will not work if I'm poisoned. So if somebody nominates me and do not die immediately, we can't tell for sure whether or not that means that they are evil. But if they do, then we know for sure that they were actually townsfolk.
Okay,
So
but to keep your card, it's better that I don't feel that I know you are not the demon.
yes. And keep a very low profile, because I think we have good reason to trust each other. But this moment you reveal to a huge group of people that you are the fortune teller, then the next guy who's gonna get killed, basically, because the demons do not want to keep a fortune teller in play for very long.
Yeah. Okay. We should
Also, I said I was the bottom 4, and I meant the bottom 4 of the good characters, but he immediately thought, yeah, of the evil characters. So
Yeah, I figured that Anders might want to kill you as one of the first.
he always wants to. Every time we play this, he and his brother, they always accuse me immediately.
Okay, do you maybe have a plan as to what should we do?
Just poison people. Poison Anders or Anton. And I can say my 3 bluffs are Mayor, Recluse, and Soldier, but I haven't specified which one I am. So if you want to claim you're a Recluse, then you must say there's a Baron in play, because we have this info in the middle that says there are 0 outsiders. So if anyone says Recluse, there must be at least another outsider. If you choose to go with that.
Okay.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Any of us could be like, yeah, I'm the chef. There's 2 bad guys.
Oh yeah, that's. I heard that they are sitting next to each other.
Oh! Caw-caw! That's the Crow of Destiny calling you all to the town square. The Crow of Nominations, actually, because nominations are open. Feel free to point your fingers at anyone you so please. You need to find this demon and eradicate them. You are allowed to still speak generally. I'm just saying nominations are open.
I want to nominate Anders.
Martin nominates Anders. Martin, what is your accusation? Why is Anders the most suspicious person you've ever seen?
Because first he claimed that he is a character that gets info maybe once a night, maybe every night. But then he says that his 2 characters are either empath or slayer, and that would be such an odd combo. Why wouldn't he say 2 information gathering characters at least? So yeah, I think he hasn't thought that through, and now it's highly suspicious.
Okay, Anders, what is your defense against this?
So I never said information. I said either I get the information or I don't, and I said that I'm either the empath or the slayer for now. That's what I said. So I didn't say that I got information. I said that I may be getting information. So yeah. But Martin told me that when I asked him who he was, that he was one of the bottom 4.
Yeah.
So
good character.
We all can see who's that, which rolls that out. So.
Okay, does anybody have anything pertinent to add in regards to Anders being up for execution? God, I just have to say, the music on my end here is so intense. And you guys are just sitting there, I'm like, can't they feel the tension? And then I realize you can't, because you guys can't hear it. Only me and the viewers. Okay, but yeah, I take it that there isn't really anything to add, but I will still give you a countdown if you do want to add something. But I will start the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 votes are needed to put Anders on the block. Let's go. Let's see some heads rolling, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4 is enough. 5 is more than enough. Anders is marked for execution. How lovely. However, it can be beaten. 5 can be beaten because there are 7 players alive. So if anybody else wants to nominate someone, feel free. The floor is open.
Okay, so I'm gonna go out with it and say that I'm the Raven Keeper, actually. I just wanted to pick 2 classes that the imp wanted, so that the imp wanted to kill me. But since I need to die for it to work. So, yeah.
And to be specific, if you execute it, you will not get the chance to use it. It's only if you die at night. So if we execute you, you're going to be completely wasted for the rest of the game.
Yeah. And Martin...
Just like a drunk.
Yeah. Martin is quite suspicious for nominating me to begin with. But, yeah.
So you've... Okay, fair enough. You've never been suspicious when you nominated me, right?
Well, out of the blue, without any... Yeah, not that high suspicion. So. But yeah, anyway.
Okay. I am gonna have to ask for other nominations because the sun is starting to set on the horizon. And the night is ever coming, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to sound mysterious. Whatever. You have 10 seconds to nominate. Otherwise, we will move into the night because Anders will be executed unless I hear something else. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anders is forcefully brought towards your newest contraption, the talk of the town. This wonderful machine that drills out your eye sockets. He resists, but alas, there are 6 of you forcing him. The machine starts. It has Wi-Fi. His eyes are drilled out. He makes some noises. You can't hear because you're already celebrating. He bleeds. He dies. And we head into the night. Okay, so first kill done by nominations. Unfortunately for the good team, they nominated and executed Anders. And Anders is the Raven Keeper, like he said. And his specific thing is that he wants to be killed by the demon and not by execution. Because if he's killed by execution, his ability is wasted. If he's killed by the demon, he wakes up and he gets to pick a character and he gets to find out who they are, which is great. But that didn't happen. So, let's instead wake up Ankonina the Poisoner. Hello, my little evil minion, yes? Who do you wish to poison? And I also want to just clarify that you can poison whoever. There's no rule saying you can only poison one. You have to switch. You can keep poisoning the same person over and over if you want to.
This time I'm gonna choose Anton.
You're gonna poison Anton. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, very interestingly now, Ankonina has poisoned Anton, which means if Anton decides to try and do the play where he's coming out publicly saying, hey, I'm the virgin, can townsfolk nominate me so we can both confirm we're good? Because if a townsfolk nominates the virgin, they die. But he's poisoned, so if someone does that, they will not die, which will make Anton believe that that person is evil. So that's very interesting. Let's wake up the demon. No habla demonic, säger du. Men habla demonic pretty well, säger jag. För att nu står vi här.
Yeah, I'm really happy that I got 5 people to vote. Oh, I got 4 other people to vote for Anders.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Right.
it wasn't a mess up. I was gonna finish with a, I'm one of the bottom 4 good, but I was so cut off by that laughter, so I got panicked. Anyway, I'm gonna kill Leanne.
You're gonna kill Leanne. How lovely, lovely.
And she drowns.
She drowns, okay.
In some way.
In some way, okay. Sweet. Thank you. Normally, I would have woken up Leanne here to tell her that Anders was the Ravenkeeper because that's her ability. She finds out who players are that get executed. Unfortunately, she was killed before she had a chance to use it. Again, she was the Undertaker last time as well. How unfortunate for her. But that's the game. Let's wake up the fortune teller. You lovely, lovely fortune teller. Who do you wish to check tonight?
Elke and Martin.
Elke and Martin. Great. You sense that Elke or Martin is the demon. You feel it inside you.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Good night. So, very interestingly now, because Nebuchadnezzar last night checked Ankonina and Anton, and because Anton is his red herring that falsely registers as a demon, he knew that one of them was a demon. Now he's checked Elke and Martin and learned that one of them is a demon because Martin is the demon. And this means that he can now pretty safely assume that he has identified that the demon is within these 4, because he spotted both the false person and... So he doesn't need to waste time checking these people unless he believes he's been poisoned. But we will see what he makes of this. Okay, let's wake these little unfortunate bastards up. Good morning, citizens of Ravenswood Bluff. What used to be the talk of the town, the murder of me, is quickly forgotten as you yawn and step out into the cold, brisk morning of Ravenswood Bluff. Because when you assemble in the town square, you find that someone has been very busy. Someone has dug up and installed a large swimming pool, weirdly enough, in the town square. And floating in this swimming pool, drowned, dead, bloated, and gross, but mostly dead, Leanne.
I hate you, Jonas.
I have no part in this. The demon does what the demon do. Okay, so feel free to discuss. I'm gonna give you guys, let's say 4 minutes.
Before any public discussion starts, do we have any Undertaker who would like to confirm whether or not Anders actually was the Raven Keeper?
Yeah, that's why I'm dead again, because I was the Undertaker again. And I told Elke and Ankonina, and that's it.
That confirms suspicion of mine.
What do you confirm that Anders was, or the Elke was?
Awkward
No,
silence.
I don't think she can. She died. So. Or did you confirm that I was Raven Keeper?
You died, and then I died, so I didn't get to find out who you were.
All right.
Okay.
Hello.
I think Anders might have spoken the truth, though.
I'm slightly confused. I never got any demon hit on any of the people.
Hey.
You must have misunderstood, because you in fact got a demon hit both times you checked. Right, so the first night you checked Ankonina and Anton, correct?
Yes.
And I told you that you sensed that one of them was the demon.
Yeah.
And then the second night you picked Elke and Martin. And I told you that you sensed that one of them is the demon. So just so you understand your ability, that means that you have either found both your red herring that falsely identifies as a demon and the demon. So the demon and the red herring is amongst those 4, or you've been poisoned and I've just been feeding you lies.
Yeah, that's one of the options as well.
Or you're drunk.
Or I'm drunk, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah, just so you understand. So, yeah, I've told you 2 yeses. You've sensed demons 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. I see Aslin needs to leave. Thanks for watching. Good night, Aslin. Have fun sleeping.
Figure out what information got now. Tonight.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because if he is the fortune teller, that's like the most powerful role.
And I am the Virgin, so I can be used to confirm whether one of the living ones are townsfolk or not.
Have you told anyone?
I have only told Sebastian.
Good.
How are you?
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
Because what happens if the imp, Jonas? What happens if the imp tries to vote out the virgin?
If
It will
the
not-
imp tries to vote out the virgin, nothing will happen. Same goes for an outsider.
And if
Then Anton will know that he's the evil.
no, I will not, because if there's a poisoner in play and I am poisoned, then it will not work. The only way to know for certain that my power is useful is if a townsfolk tries to nominate me and it dies. That's the only way to know for certain that we have new information. If someone tries to nominate me and doesn't die, then we can't know for certain if that means they are evil, outsider, or if I'm poisoned or drunk.
Yeah, right. Now we're running out of time, but yeah. Bye for now.
Okay. As always, feel free to discuss publicly a bit more if you want, but I will be expecting nominations soon because the sun is setting.
Does anyone have any new information?
Yeah, I have quite a lot of information. I want to actually nominate someone. I want to nominate Ankonina, and the reasoning is as follows. I am the fortune teller, and the first night I got a hit on Ankonina and Anton when I asked for them both, and the second night I got them for Martin and Elke, that one of them is the demon, and Elke says she's the cook, so the chef, so the demons should be next to each other, and I'm basically going for Jonas would be funny and choose my wife to be the red herring. That's my whole reasoning why I think she isn't the demon. And then if they are actually next to each other, it has to be one of Anton or Ankonina.
Or hear me out. Either I could also be the drunk and have had wrong information.
Let me, before we add...
There's no outsider.
Yeah, let let Ankonina defend herself first.
Well, I don't actually have nothing. I don't have anything on my defense. You just have to trust me that I'm not one of the bad guys.
Okay, so before I let people add pertinent, I just want to add that another player that was supposed to join but forgot is here, and after this night I will let them join as Traveler, which is a different type of character. You will see, very exciting. And I'm just letting you know, Spaceham, that you have to wait until this day and night is over, and then I will let you join the game as a Traveler. Okay. Does anybody else have anything to add regarding the nomination for Ankonina?
I just want to...
Yes, because you said that Elke, you said that you might be drunk, right? And if you are drunk, then because there are no outsiders listed in the middle, I think that means that there is a Baron in play, having thrown in 2 outsiders. Yeah.
I don't think that checks out, because I think I have good reason to believe that at least 5 of the people, 4 or 5, are normal townsfolk. So I think that the likelihood that there's a Baron is very little. So either Elke is the chef or she's lying. I have very little reason to believe she's drunk. And I actually want to continue with Sebastian's logic here, because if Elke and Martin is in cahoots, and there is no pair of evil rule, have you taken that into account?
From my side, that might not matter, or you would, or only if you were also the imp, or if you were the demon.
Let's and also your power, if you are the fortune teller. There is one person in this set that will register as evil for you, even though they are not. You have also taken that into account, right?
Yes, so that's
All right.
two
Yes,
groups.
you did. I remember now that
Yeah.
you said that.
Yeah,
So
because I'm going on Jonas is a sick fuck and made Elke the one that flags as a demon for me.
I'm just saying that I think there's a chance that Ankonina might be the one who is registering as evil to you, and it's actually Elke and Martin who are in codes.
Yeah.
I just like to say I'm the Undertaker. Elke and Ankonina are the only two I told. When everyone went off to talk on their own, Elke just stayed here with me. Ankonina and Martin went into a thing together, and they killed me.
And also Martin tried to defend Ankonina. Yes, no.
I'm gonna.
So I think they're the two bad guys.
But
I'm
still,
I don't know
gonna-
which is a switch.
But that
In-
will
in-
only help, right? Because if that's true, then Ankonina or Martin is a bad guy, and then we still have a good reason to vote for her.
Yeah, Ankonina and Martin, I just don't know which is which, but those are my two bad guys. That's why I'm voting still.
Just give me a second here. I am going to call for votes in a second, but I need to just move a chair just really quickly. Give me a second.
And you have to stop us from talking.
Chair. That's like.
Does it mean like a real IRL chair?
He's actually physically moving a chair. Yeah.
That's crazy.
He has like this entire setup in his living room with like dolls that supposed to represent us.
Oh, yeah.
So, my wife is coming in. But yes.
Coming is strong.
Let's start the countdown for the vote. Ankonina, should she die? Should she not? It's all up to you. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Majority needed is 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 4 is enough. 4 is enough. Ankonina is marked for execution. Leanne has used her ghost vote. She no longer has any votes for the rest of the game. But it can still be beat, so nominations are still open if someone else wishes to nominate anybody else. And if you do wish to do that, you're gonna need to do so fairly quickly. In 10,
Martin,
9...
what role are you suggesting that you have?
What?
What
Yeah,
is
you said
your
it.
role?
Jonas making the notes. What?
What is your role?
Non-info gathering. So Slayer, Soldier, or Mayor.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's
Okay,
all.
I think I'm gonna try to do a weird play here. Elke, could you please nominate me?
But why?
Because I am the Virgin. And if a townsfolk tries to nominate me, they will die immediately. So you can prove to us all that your information is correct. Simply nominate me and you will die, and we will know for sure that you actually are the chef.
Wouldn't we want Martin to do that?
No, I don't think so.
Alright.
Well, Elke, are you gonna take that up? If you are,
Let's go.
okay. So, Elke, are you nominating Anton? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Elke nominates Anton, and yeah, nothing really happens. I'm just gonna check here if anybody wants to add any information before we vote.
So she is not a townsfolk.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that Ankonina is not the imp either.
I think it's Elke and Martin is in cahoots. I think this is a scheme.
I'm gonna go and say, if it goes that way, if it is actually the team,
then Ankonina and Anton would make sense.
No, you are not a townsfolk. You would die immediately if you try to kill the first.
Well, Anton, this is a really easy play from you because you can claim to be virgin if you're evil, and then
That's also
just
true.
say that, yeah, okay, you didn't die, so I know you're good. Not, yeah, well.
Okay, it's
Yeah,
very saucy this, but unless someone has something a bit more about Anton, I am going to call for the vote to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 votes to tie, 5 to execute. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Is not enough. And Anton is not put on the block. Ankonina is still. I'm gonna call for one final nomination. You have one more chance to best the nomination on Ankonina. Otherwise, we will move into the night in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Ankonina. Sorry, I actually have food in my mouth. I just need to swallow it. I'm talking with it. Cliffhanger.
Chef cries.
Ankonina is brought to yet another contraption you have in this town. You seem to have an affinity for executions. Because, behold, as you roll out this brand new shiny Iron Maiden. Ankonina is given a gentle push straight in there. The door is slammed shut, and she is hella impaled on hundreds of spikes. A little bit of blood seeps out. You don't know what she looks like in there, but what you do know is, most certainly, she is dead. She's executed, and she dies. And we move into the night. So, I'm muting myself so they can't hear, but this is very, very interesting. What I was hoping for happened here. So, Anton was brilliantly poisoned by Ankonina, and Elke tried to nominate Anton to prove, because she thought, well, yeah, I'll nominate you. I'm a townsfolk, so that should work. But Anton was poisoned, which now throws shade Elke's way. And that's beautiful, because Elke is a possible demon for Sebastian. So yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. Let's wake up the demon. Hello.
Yeah, but please quickly call in on Ankonina and tell her I'm sorry.
I can.
I had to let her go because I was thinking they did a power play on me and tried to make me see if I voted or not.
She was starting to weigh you down.
Yeah. So I guess Anton or Elke is a false one, and well, I guess it's Anton, and he cannot be a virgin because Elke must have been. Well, he is lying about that. So kill. Which one? Kill Elke.
You kill Elke, okay? Great. That's it. Good night. So, who do you wish to check today?
I think the outcome will always be the same, but I will check Martin and Anton.
You will check Martin and Anton, and you feel that one of them is the demon.
Yeah, that was expected, wasn't it? Okay, thank you.
So yeah, as the fortune teller, he gets to pick 2. He picked Martin and Anton, and he would have gotten a yes regardless, because Anton registers falsely as a demon because he's the fortune teller's red herring this game, and Martin is the demon. So he would have sensed demon regardless. He just don't know who between them is the demon. That's it. But what he doesn't know is that it doesn't clear Elke. He thinks Elke is the red herring, but she's not. Let's wake them up, and then let's introduce our traveler to the game. Good morning, my little sheep. My lovely, lovely villagers. How are you? I hope you're good, because
Hello.
you would need to have had a good night's sleep to be able to face what's waiting for you out in the town square. Because gently and what seems almost lovingly, the remains of a certain player has been folded up as if they were a piece of clothing that's been ironed. It's very neatly tucked together. There's nothing inside the skin. Bones and innards are all gone. It's just a flat, empty, neatly folded pack of human skin. Unfortunately, Elke has been brutally and weirdly killed during the night. Bianca's giving me weird looks.
That was really weird.
She's saying that was really weird. But we have some interesting news, because today in Ravenswood Bluff we have a traveler visiting. Spaceham, if you would like to take your seat. So, what's happening now is I'm revealing another mechanic of this game that we haven't done yet. So we have the good team and the bad team. We have the townsfolk, the outsiders, we have the minions, and we have the demon. But there's another character type called a traveler. And the traveler is someone that can join the game whenever and leave whenever. And the rules are slightly different. So, there are 5 characters that the traveler could be. Anton or Spaceham, are you here? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, the thing with the traveler is that everybody knows who you are. It's not a secret. I'm going to read 5 of them to you. You get to pick one. But what they don't know is whether you're good or evil. So you can be good or evil regardless of which character you pick. And if you're evil, the evil team will be told. If you're good, no one will be told. Okay? So, you get to choose between these characters. We have the bureaucrat, and the ability is each night choose a player, not yourself. Their vote counts as 3 votes tomorrow.
Ooh.
Then we have the thief. Each night choose a player, not yourself. Their vote counts negatively tomorrow. So basically, negative. So if they vote, it's actually -1 in votes.
Yeah.
And then you have the gunslinger. Each day after the first vote has been tallied, you may choose a player that voted. They die.
Oh.
And then we have the scapegoat. If a player of your alignment is executed, you might be executed instead. And that's basically up to me, but whether you're good or evil, I might choose to activate and say, actually, the scapegoat has just died instead of them. Okay?
Right.
And finally, the beggar. You must use a vote token to vote. If a dead player gives you theirs, you learn their alignment. You are sober and healthy. So basically, you can't be poisoned. So if you convince a dead player to give you their dead vote token, you know for sure who they are and what their alignment is. And that's potentially useful. So up to you. Who do you wish to be?
Oh, I think I want to be, was it the scapegoat that can die instead of someone else?
Yeah, you picked the scapegoat. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so Anton is a scapegoat. Everybody knows, but you don't know whether he is evil or good. And the last thing you need to understand is that Anton cannot be executed, but he can be exiled. So when it's time for nomination, anybody can say, I wish to nominate Spaceham for exile. And basically, it's the same as being executed. He can't use his abilities anymore. It's basically if you feel like, you know what, his ability, we don't want it, we're exiling him. He still gets to be part of the game, just like a dead player. But yeah, he can still die. He can be killed by the demon, but he can't be executed. He gets exiled. and he doesn't count as one of the players when it's time to vote and stuff. So he doesn't affect the end results when it's the demon and one other player. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
So I can't vote, but I still count to the good or the evil side.
You can vote as long as you're alive.
Ah, okay.
But it's more that the win condition for the evil team is when the demon and one other alive player, you don't count as that. So if so basically it could be you, someone else, and the demon left, and then the evil win because it's just them and they them and the other person we count. Okay.
So I can vote, but I don't count because I'm not part of the village technically.
Yeah, you're just passing by. You're just a traveler.
Yes. All right.
Okay, great. So that's the. We just woke up to a new day, right? Yeah, and Elke was killed. Cool. Discussions are now open. I'm gonna have a private chat with Spaceham to tell him whether he's good or evil. That's the first thing that's gonna happen. But yeah, everybody feel free to discuss. I'm giving you 4 minutes on the timer.
Okay. So
I
now I
know.
have a question for Anton here. The real Anton.
So, you are going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, basically the rulebook says that about 70% of the time the travelers should be good, if there's just one of them. And because of the state of the game right now, I say that that's a good choice. So I'm making you good, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody else will know. It's up to you to convince people and to trust you. The only thing is that the evil team will obviously know that you are good because they haven't been told that you're evil. Does that make sense?
Wait, they were told that I'm evil?
No, so if you would have been evil, then
Yes.
the evil team would have been told that you're
Ah,
evil.
yes.
But since you are good, they haven't been told anything, so then they can deduce that you are good.
Yeah.
But that's up to their brains, I suppose.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Elke simply isn't a chef.
Gjorde den.
Chat, I'm just gonna, for a little bit, I'm gonna mute my microphone whilst we listen to them, because I have food here that I need to eat, but we're gonna listen. I'm gonna make sure there's something for you to listen to here.
If she is on the evil side and this was a kind of sacrifice play, that she
because she
is
did.
fine.
There's now 1 minion dead since she died.
Yeah,
So I think my play here that I asked Elke to do this, I think the most obvious answer to that is that she is a minion and Martin is the imp, and she willingly did this before because she thought they were gonna win either way. But there is a problem with that theory, and it is that why would then Elke go out of her way in the first round to tell everybody that there is a pair of evil characters? Because that would kind of, work against them. You get what I mean?
Because they are sitting next to each other, yeah. So are
I mean,
you
they're
now
not-
incriminating yourself or what?
Can you walk through again, Nebuchadnezzar, what people you checked?
So the first night I checked Antonina and Anton, and I did kind of misunderstood what he said. So I had to ask him later again to confirm, because I thought he said neither of them were the demon. But that wasn't true. One of them was the demon. And the next night I checked you and Elke, and then also one of those was a demon, which is correct because it looks like Elke was a demon. Because I believe that, I might be wrong, that the previous night there were still 2 demons alive when you checked in the center.
And Elke claims pairs.
Well, but if Elke was a demon, pairs are not relevant anymore.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like if yeah.
I still think it's Ankanina and Martin.
Yeah, so it has to be. So then that's easy then. Like I kind of lean to be Martin as well, but that's but then we need to nominate.
As I said, I think that I have been on that trail for quite a while now. I'm just confused why Elke then would say that there is a pair, just because I think that would work against them.
So you can still discuss in group if you want. That's kind of what you've been doing anyways. But yeah, feel free to discuss. Nominations are open though if someone wants to nominate. Let me also remind you that you can nominate to exile Spaceham as well if you want, but that's up to you. Nominations are open.
Well, Martin, last chance. Can you reveal to us what character you are?
Yeah, I am a mayor.
So we won! Hooray!
Well, kind of. It depends on if you push for this, Anton.
I mean, if he was the demon, he's not going to tell us.
No, but he never gave a good townsfolk. He gave us 3 options.
So yeah, so basically just for the viewers so they understand. So Martin, since he's saying that he's the mayor, and let me hover over, but basically the mayor makes it so that if there's 3 people left and you don't nominate someone for execution, the good team wins. It's basically politics, right? And if they are killed by the demon in the night, it can bounce. It doesn't have to, but it can bounce to another player, and they survive. And since there's 3 of them alive right now that count, if Martin is the mayor and they choose not to execute, good team wins. But if someone nominates anyone and there's an execution, it doesn't matter whether he's the mayor or not. Good does not win. That's the situation. So yeah, up to you guys. What's gonna happen? Nominations are open. Feel free, dead players also, to share your thoughts.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, Anton, will you take a chill now or not?
I'm curious what Leanna's going to say.
I mean, I'm dead, so I don't know if my nomination counts, but if it is, I nominate Martin.
Yeah, you would not wait.
You since you're dead, your nomination don't count, but what you can do is convince an alive player to nominate, and you can speak in their place if they let you. I just want to, just before we move forward, I'm just gonna real quick check the rules, just so that I think I'm right, but I'm just gonna make sure that what I said about travelers counting towards the win condition is correct, because if it's not correct, obviously I'm giving you. So let me just double check that.
As someone who has played a couple of times before, something happens when it's like 4 characters left. And I am trying to figure out if that still applies here, because there is a position at which the good side has less of an incentive to execute someone, because then it creates this sort of win-win situation for the bad side. Like if we discount Spaceham right now, and let's say it was just me, Sebastian and Martin left. One of us 3 must be the imp. Perhaps Martin, can you explain this better? I'm not sure.
Isn't that usually at 4 people?
Yeah, I was trying to say
4 people. Usually, if there's 4 people left alive and all 4 of them count, then in general the good team do not want to push for an execution, because if the good team goes for an execution and they don't pick the demon and they kill anyone else, whether it's a minion or a townsfolk or an outsider, it means that you're down to 3 people as you're heading into the night, and then the demon can kill 1 person, and then when you wake up there will be only 2 people alive, and then the evil team has won. So in general, when there's 4 people alive, unless you're really sure who the demon is, you don't want to execute, because there's like a 75% chance that the good team is gonna lose if that's the case. So I'm just making sure here whether the traveler counts or not, because obviously that affects. I think I'm right, but
And remind me now what the power of a scapegoat was.
The power of the scapegoat is that he might die instead of a player his alignment during an execution. And then, so basically, let's say you nominate the demon, and let's say Spaceham is an evil scapegoat. Then I most likely in this scenario will say, actually, Spaceham dies instead. And then we head into the night. Because as soon as someone's been killed by execution, we head into the night. And then you are 3 players heading into the night, and then good team most likely will lose unless the demon is failing with his kill because a monk is protecting. Yeah, or whatever. And same with a good player. If you push for a good player and I decide, hang on, we're gonna kill the scapegoat instead, then that can also happen.
Anton, I have a crazy idea here right now. Has anyone confirmed that Nebuchadnezzar is a fortune teller?
Not really, but that was the first day we chatted and he revealed it, and he has been very consistent with, I guess he could have been lying all the time, but I'm not really seeing his angle if that was the case.
I mean, he kept a low profile for quite a while. We've been in this situation before.
I've kept a low profile, and I discussed this with the. What is behind your thing?
Okay.
I discussed this with Anton. That was the smartest move. I am going to nominate Martin, if you don't mind.
Okay. Sebastian nominates Martin. I'm just gonna give you the chance here because I have just found the rules, and it's correct that the travelers do not count towards the evil team's win condition. That's what it is. So the travelers do not count towards the evil team's win condition. So if there's 3 players alive and one of them is a traveler and the other one of them is the demon, then the evil team wins. Okay? Okay, so do you wish to move ahead with your nomination? I'm just asking. I'm not saying it's stupid. I just want you to know the rules.
Just basically also the same thing. Consistency. I don't think Anton has been lying to me, or he's been doing it really well.
Okay, in that case, Nebuchadnezzar nominates Martin. I take it that was your accusation, but if you have anything else to add before Martin gets to defend, feel free to do so.
Well, I know one of them is a demon, so yeah.
Okay, Martin, what's your defense?
Yeah, as a mayor, I think demon just started to sweat and get a bit nervous here. So yeah, and since it's Nebuchadnezzar and not Anton, and yeah, I think it's easy to sit on all the information and just throw out accusations on people when you're a demon. So yeah.
Okay, and do we have pertinent from anyone? Nobody has anything to weigh in on this? Okay. In that case, I am reminding everyone that we need 2 votes at least to put Martin... Oh. I lost connection briefly there, but I'm back. Right. We need 2 votes to put Martin on the block for execution. Let me remind the dead players, you only have 1 more vote, but on the other hand, this is really the vote that counts, so choose whether you're going to vote or not. And Spaceham, the scapegoat, is also allowed to vote. I'm just putting that out there. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2 is enough. 3 is more than enough. Right, 3 votes on Martin. He is marked for execution. He's officially on the block. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can... Wait, can it be beaten? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it can be beaten, technically. So I am still open for nominations. And anyone... Spaceham can also nominate. I'm just putting it out there. I know you don't have much to go on, but I'm just saying you're allowed to. Yeah, so any nominations, I am more than happy to listen.
Quick check here. Elke, you didn't vote. Why?
because I'm not sure if it's Anton or you.
But you didn't vote for me, which tells me that I don't think Nebuchadnezzar did that power play and can lie that way. So I nominate Anton. And here's the kicker: either a demon dies, or if we're tied as a mayor, we will win, no matter what. So 2 out of 3 ways we can win here.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have anything else to add to that accusation? Otherwise, I'll give it over to Anton.
Yeah, the virgin claim was weird. The only way is possibly a poisoner, and well, he knows this game by now, so I don't know what else I can say, really.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna make sure the good people understand whether you're dead or alive. But basically, so Martin is saying mayor, and if you believe he's the mayor, you definitely don't want anyone to be executed. Then you want to push for a vote, because then the good team wins by the mayor's win condition. Or if you believe Anton is the demon and you want to just go for it, you need to go for 4, because 3 ties and 4 executes. Okay? I'll start the countdown in 5,
Do I
4...
not get to defend myself?
Sorry, you get to defend yourself. I'm just a silly dum-dum that wants to see blood.
Well, I've been speculating whether or not Sebastian and Nebuchadnezzar have been playing a very 4D chess extra complicated game here. And the fact that you did not vote for him lends me to believe that we're right. And this is a panic play. And the demon is taking his last chance to alter the course of his inevitable defeat.
Okay, does anybody else have anything pertinent to add to the nomination of Martin being executed?
No, I think he stinks of lies and deceit. I don't like him. I think you should do it.
The traveler, who obviously knows the town well by now, thinks Martin stinks.
That's sweet enough.
Okay, if no one else has anything to add, I'm gonna start the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 votes to tie, 4 to execute. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. And 3 votes tie. Okay, so currently no one is on the block, but let it be known that both Martin and Anton has been nominated, so the only one that can be nominated now is Nebuchadnezzar, or you can nominate to exile Spacehand. Those are the only options. Feel free to do so if you want to. Otherwise, we will go into the night in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, and nobody dies because there was a tie. We head into the night. The game continues. So really interesting here. I'm muting myself, but yeah, it looked like Martin was he was in the shit. But he managed to scrape up, he managed to convince Elke and Ankonina. Well, Ankonina obviously didn't need convincing, she's evil. He got a tie, making it impossible to execute him, setting them up for the win. Because he will now choose someone to kill, and then they will win. So let's go and congratulate him, and let's see what he does. Aha, I just wanted to congratulate you.
I mean, heart attack almost. Yeah, and I guess I should do a final kill anyway.
Well, you have to, otherwise you don't win.
Yeah, should I kill myself just for the sake of it? No, I go with Nebuchadnezzar.
You are killing Nebuchadnezzar?
Yeah. Anton can sit and
let's hope that he's not randomly the mayor for your sake now. Or the soldier.
Well, the soldier, that will be weird. No, kill him. I just try.
Okay, you're killing Nebuchadnezzar. Do you want to describe this murder?
Well, wait a little bit. He cannot be the soldier. I'm the soldier with the bluff. So,
Yeah, I know.
and
I'm just
mayor.
making it dramatic. Come on.
How he dies. I mean, set him on fire, and then a small dove flies away from the fire. A white dove. No,
Okay.
a black dove. A black dove. Of course.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Good morning, Ravenswood Bluff.
Good morning.
You wake up, you walk out, and you're all quite sad to see burned to an absolute crisp, whilst a black dove flies away into the sky, the remains of Nebuchadnezzar. The game is over because the evil team has won. Let me reveal what's been going on. So, that was very, very close. Okay. Let's start with the fact that Leanne was Undertaker again, and again was killed.
And Jonas killed me first again.
I didn't kill you. It was literally not my choice. I have nothing to do with this.
Don't believe you.
Well, I'm sorry, but you dead, and nobody cares what you have to say.
Clearly.
Yeah. Next up, we have Ankonina, the poisoner, who quite brilliantly, the first night, blindly poisoned Elke, who immediately got the incorrect information that there was a pair of evils. So she walked through life thinking she was looking for two evil people sitting next to each other when they in fact were not. I know that she realized at some point that that might not be the case, but it was a great start and a great first poison. Later, she very interestingly poisoned the real Anton, who was the virgin, but during the day when he was poisoned, that's when unsuspecting Elke, who was in fact a townsfolk, the chef, thought, I'm a townsfolk, I'll prove. And she nominated Anton, but nothing happened, causing confusion, potentially making Elke evil, potentially making Anton evil, and lying about being the virgin. It was great. Ankonina played beautifully as the poisoner.
Oh, thank you very much.
Next up, we have Anders, who was the Raven Keeper, who unfortunately was put up for execution with a lot of votes very quickly. So he did not get to use his ability because he needed to be killed by the
didn't
demon.
vote for Anders. I was the only one that didn't vote for Anders.
But yeah, I was surprised that you voted for him after his defense, because it's a risky person to kill, but you did. You were hungry for that blood. Then we have Nebuchadnezzar, who was the fortune teller. And the first night he checked Ankonina and the real Anton and learned that one of them was the demon, because it was actually Anton that was his red herring, not Elke. Next night he checked Elke and Martin and learned that there was a demon amongst them, because of course Martin was the demon. He also he later checked Martin and Anton and learned that there was a demon amongst them, because Martin was the demon and Anton was the red herring that would have registered as demon anyways. And then we had Space Ham, who was the good scapegoat, which means, unfortunately, Space Ham, your time was short, but you still lost spectacularly. You suck.
Wow.
I felt so bad for Leanne.
That was so. I thought that. I mean, you were.
How many times did I say
Yeah.
Ankonina and Martin? I said it like 100 times. I kept saying
I
Elke
believe
stayed in
you,
the
I
middle with
believe
me. She wasn't talking. She couldn't be a bad guy.
Who was it that put in? Because obviously Ankonina voted, and then there was someone else. Martin obviously voted because it helped him get a tie. But there was the third person that voted. Was it Elke?
On who?
On Martin.
Here at the end.
On Anton. On Anton.
Yeah, it was Ankonina, Elke, and me.
I
on Anton.
voted once because I was hoping for a tie.
Yeah, and because you tied, the evil team won. So
But
you
here's the thing:
suck. No.
if I had been the mayor, it would have been a decent play because I mean, either you go for a majority vote, and let's say Anton was an imp,
Yeah.
then he would have died. Or if we would have been equal, then on the votes, then we good guys would win that as well. So it was only 1 out of 3.
It was great.
Situations.
Yeah, it was a great situation because of the mayor claim there, and because someone had already been nominated. It caused enough doubt where it's like, oh shit, well now we have to tie to use the mayor win, because if we're wrong, then we lose anyway. So it was a good play. That was great. That was fun to see. You didn't have time to do that much, Space Ham, obviously, because you came in kind of late. I will say, fuck it. If people want to play again, I'm down to play one last round. It's up to you guys. If you don't want to play again, no hard feelings. I know you have lives, you have stuff to do. But raise your hand if you want to play again, and then we'll do one final round. Otherwise, we'll round up this stream. Berto says he's down. Okay, so we have 1, 2, we have 3, 4.
I don't think I have the nerves to be
5,
evil again.
6.
Because
Okay.
I'm stressed all the time.
We have enough players
I
for...
need to leave.
That's fine.
Yeah, I've been pushing up dinner for too long. I've gotta
Okay.
do my food stuff.
That's fine. We still have enough to play. It might be a team C,
everybody.
but we still have enough.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
so
Well
So-
played, Martin. And Ankonina, of course. You were the
Yeah.
MVP this year, I see.
She was brilliant.
yeah,
Oh,
that was
thank you very much.
you. I know the first one was luck, obviously, with Elke, but
Yeah.
it was so good. It was so good, and it was beautiful with poisoning Anton, and it was. That's also why I put the red herring on Anton, because being the virgin, it's fun to put out the pointer that he could be the demon, because the virgin could be a demon bluff, or so, and it definitely caused some confusion, so that was good. But yeah, for those of you that are leaving, you can press L, I think, to quit the game.
Press
And
L to show you're a loser like me.
yeah, you can press L to show your true nature, and then we'll do one final round.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
How much shit talk did we get in the stream? While
Well, they were basically saying, "Oh, the dead's done. The evil's done for." They thought it was over, but then it wasn't.
You fools! You fools! Utter fools! I really need a bathroom break. So, coming back in soon.
That's all right. So I think Anders left, right? And then we'll add a seat.
I am back. Haha!
Hell yeah. Perfect. We seem to be 6 players, which is perfect for a teensy game, which is Martin already knows, so it doesn't matter that he's on the toilet. Basically, a teensy game is Teensyville is a small village, a couple of days hike from Ravenswood Bluff, and the rules are slightly different. First of all, the evil team do not know each other, so they are working blind. They are not told who is their evil partner. Second of all, the demon do not receive any bluffs, so they don't have any roles they know for sure are safe to claim. Other than that, it's the same stuff. But it's basically, because we're less people, it would be too much of a perk for the evil team to know each other, so they will be working blind. And we're also going to play a slightly different script because of the teensy. So I'm going to load that up, and there's going to be some new characters, which is fun to change it up a little bit. This game actually has like 140 characters or so. And they become quite advanced if you want to. We've been playing the beginner script, where there's only one demon, for example. But in some of the more advanced scripts, there are 4 different demons that could be possible. So you not only need to figure out who's the demon, you also need to figure out what demon is in play. And yeah, it gets pretty advanced. So there's a lot of fun stuff. But we're still going to do a simple script, but there's going to be some characters that are different. So
it's
let's...
teensy, right?
It's teensy, yeah.
Yeah, and I can say last last game I played Teensy, I was the minion and another guy was imp, obviously, but he killed himself. But I had been murdered the day before, so then the good guys won immediately. So
Select edition.
just saying that if you end up as imp, you might not want to kill yourself immediately unless you know sort of who your minion is.
But this is a great game, and it has a lot of expansion potential because you can have infinite possibilities of like characters.
Yeah, and so there are currently 3 different scripts that are made by the designers of the game that have been play tested to be balanced and so on and so forth. But they also have both for the online version, they have a tool where you can make your own scripts and combine whatever you want. And obviously, if you own the real game, you can just take the tokens like the physical game and just mix and match them however you want. So,
well, you can't generate scripts for the real game. You can just print out sheets.
Yeah, you can generate scripts for the real game and print out sheets. So when you play the real game, people will walk around with physical papers of the character sheet because obviously no one remembers all the possible characters.
How dare you?
So yeah, so you can see now, if you look at the character sheet, you can see that the characters have changed. So there's a couple of new characters. We have the Clockmaker, we have the Artist, and the Chambermaid, and the Sage, and the Klutz that are all new characters.
Clockmaker.
Yeah.
Is it step 1 if it's directly your neighbor, or if it's step like 0 if it's? Does a step mean how many there are between or not?
Yeah, 1 step means they're neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you hover in the middle, you will see that with 6 players, there will be 3 townsfolk, 1 outsider, 1 minion, and 1 demon. And if the Baron is the demon, it says there are +2 outsiders, but a special teensy rule is that if the Baron is in play, it's actually only +1 outsider, not +2. And especially since it wouldn't even add up math-wise, because if there's already an outsider and then with +2, there's only 2 outsiders on the script. So if there's a Baron in play, there's 2 outsiders in total instead of 1, just so you know.
I don't like the Klutz. They can really fuck up the good team.
The Klutz is a tricky one, yeah. When you learn that you died, publicly choose 1 alive player. If they are evil, your team loses. So yeah, you need to really find someone quickly that you trust to be good. So you have that as a failsafe.
You have to choose.
You have to choose. You're forced to. If you're the Klutz, you have to. Okay, I am going to mute you guys and mute myself whilst I pick the character. And yeah, feel free to talk if you want to. And in a bit, you will have your characters. Okay. Okay, chat. So let's do one final round. A teensy, it will be a little bit quicker than the other ones. Right, so let's look the characters. No, not that character. Here, select characters. So we need to select 1 demon, obviously the imp. That's the only choice in this case. Oh, I'm gonna let you guys vote. Do we go for... Actually, I don't even know if people are watching anymore. I mean, I don't have the stats up. Give me a second. Yeah, there are viewers. Okay, cool. I'm gonna make a poll. Whether we should go with Scarlet Woman or Baron. So, Minion, Scarlet Woman, Baron. So basically, before you vote, I'll just explain. If the Scarlet Woman is in play, if there are 5 or more players alive and the demon dies, you become the demon. So basically, this is only useful for the evil team if the demon is killed by execution the very first day. Then the Scarlet Woman can save the evil team. The Baron adds an extra outsider in play, so it makes so it means that both the Drunk and the Klutz will be in play instead of just 1. So it's up to you guys. Looks like Baron is leading. I'm gonna close the door. It's actually a bit cold. I'm gonna close the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the poll says Scarlet Woman. Okay, we want to give them that extra safe line. That's fine. So, let's do a vote on what outsider. The drunk or the clut. So basically, if the drunk is in play, all of the other players will think they're good, will think they're townsfolk, but one of them is not the townsfolk, they're actually drunk, meaning their ability don't work, it's just bogus. I'm gonna treat them as if it works, but I'm just gonna give them wrong information. If the klutz is in play, they will know that they are the klutz, and we just went through this, but when they die, if they die, they publicly have to choose one alive player, and if that player is evil, the good team loses. Because they're the klutz. So let's see what you guys think. Should we do outsider? Should we do klutz, or should we do drunk? No. Yeah. Let's see. It's all up to you. Okay, klutz is 1 vote. 2. 3. Okay, seems like people are into the klutz. I'll give you 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 7, no, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Count for the delay. And the klutz it is. Hello. Close. There we go. The klutz it is. Okay, and the rest ones I will pick. So we need 3. So I think the artist is awesome. So I'm gonna include that. Once per game during the day, privately ask the storyteller any yes or no question, and I have to tell them the truth, unless they're poisoned, but they can't be. Unless they're drunk, but they're not the drunk because it's the klutz in play, but they don't know that. Then we have Sage. If the demon kills you, you learn that it is one of 2 players. Let's go with that. That's fun. And a new character. Let's go Clockmaker. Yeah, let's do it. All new characters except for the evil team. Let's do it. So, as you see, you have been handed out your characters. If you're red, you're evil. If you're blue, you're good. Let me also remind you that this time the evil team will not know each other. They are playing blind. And the demon will also not receive any bluffs. So they will not know who is safe to bluff as. They will just have to go for it. And that's it. The win conditions are the same. If the good team execute the demon, they win. If there's only one player and the demon left alive, regardless of who that other player is, the evil team wins. So with that said, let's head into the first night. Right. Okay, yeah, nothing special. Let's do it first night. It's the Clockmaker. Hello.
Hero.
Hello. So, you are the Clockmaker. You start knowing how many steps from the demon to its nearest minion.
Yes.
And you learn that there is 2 steps from the demon to the minion. So, that means that there's 1 player sitting between them.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. And that's it. There's no one else being awakened. Let's just kill time a little bit before we start the day. Good morning. Dear villagers of Teensyville, you've heard the news. You've read the papers, the few papers that make it to your little shithole of a home, that in Ravenswood Bluff, the larger and much better town, there's been a lot of murders and rumors of demon infestation. Well, it seems like trouble has reached you here because your own local storyteller, also completely by chance, also called Jonas, is dead. You don't have a fancy clock tower, but you do have a little dirt hole, and in that dirt hole, your beloved storyteller is dead. There's a demon amongst you. You need to figure out who it is, and you better do it quick, because I have a feeling it won't be long before there's not many left of you. No, not good night. We already did the night. Good morning. Let's discuss. You have 4 minutes.
Boom, let's go.
Anyone? Any good?
Guten heute, Leute.
Hello.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we have a Baron in play?
You're choosing to activate your once per game ability.
Yes.
Okay, and you're asking me, do we have a Baron in play? It's a pretty straightforward answer, deserving a straightforward... It's a pretty straightforward question, deserving a straightforward answer, and the answer is no, you do not have a Baron in play.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Okay.
Arm.
Who knows?
What were you doing, Martin?
I am a good character that receives some information, and I wanted to double check with Jonas.
Are you sure you're good? You don't have a history of being good.
Why change a winning? Yeah, no. But you know,
Will you
no.
share this information you've got?
Yeah, I can share some information, but I was away, so I mean, what did you share?
By the way,
Nothing
Jonas.
yet.
Yeah. Did someone ask?
Ankuni, I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Antonina.
Yeah, hopefully she'll be back, because she lost connection before, so hopefully
No, she said she was gonna go, and she doesn't know if she comes back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case, let's just... Okay, actually, you know what? That works out pretty well, because she happens to be the outsider, and if there's 5 of you instead of 6, there is no outsider in play. So let's just remove her and just say that it's a 5-player game.
Well then.
And
nobody can be drunk, nobody can be mistaken.
That's right, I think, because unless Jonas was lying and I am a drunk, I am an artist that asked him if there are any, if there is any Baron in play, and he said no. And well, it's a yes/no question, and the only reason he could say, well, lie to me is if I'm drunk.
And you can't be drunk if there's no outsiders.
Well, maybe if there is a Baron and I am drunk, so.
Yeah, but there can't be outsiders if there's only a 5-player game. He just said that.
No, the Baron transforms to
yeah. If there was a Baron in play already, there would have been 2 outsiders, and if Ankonina was one of them, and I then thought, hey, you know what, I'm a bit sneaky, I'm gonna say what I just said, but there's actually still 1 outsider in play, that is very much technically a possibility.
Why is the Swede discussing stuff now?
If the demon kills you, you learn that it is 1 of 2 players. So
Yes.
you might be good if you die by night, even though I wouldn't like it particularly much. But
No, but it is information if we need it. I think you are good. It seems to be the case. What are you?
I am an artist, and I asked Jonas if there are any barons in play. Well, 1 baron in play, and he said no.
Oh.
So either there is no Baron in play, and then we have no outsiders, or there is a Baron in play, and he must have lied to me, and I must be a drunk.
Hmm.
So either I'm a drunk, or there is no Baron.
Just voting Martin and being like, sorry, force of habit.
I think you're evil.
Okay, feel free to discuss more if you want to, but nominations are open.
Are you guys went into the chat? Are you willing to share what you discussed?
Well, I have said all my info.
Yeah. Martin claimed to be artist, and I claim to be sage.
What does the sage do? The sage, if demon kills you, you learn one of. I see.
Yeah, if he's a sage and he gets killed, he will point to the real demon and a fake one, and well, another person, and one of those two. So, yeah.
That's right.
So who's the demon?
Yeah. Wait. You're a bit aggressive here. What do you claim to be? What information do you claim to have?
I claim to have no information as of now.
No information. I doubt that. Everyone gets some info, it feels like. Okay, highly skeptical. I put you as very evil. I write a comment here.
No.
Especially evil.
I am neutral good.
Okay, but a Clocktower ain't that good either.
Neutrally suspicious.
Neutrally suspicious.
You had a gong, Jonas, or what?
Yeah, second call for nominations. I'm reminding you, nominations are open. The sun is starting to set. It's lovely talking, but I need to see some blood.
Why would you want blood? We enjoy not having demons here. If they can just stay over in the other town, we'll be happy in our little village.
Yeah, but it does seem like they're here now, so y'all need to kill them.
It's this stupid storyteller that lures them into the towns.
Yeah.
Just for the fun of it, I think he's very evil. I nominate Berto.
I thought you were gonna nominate me there for a second.
But I'm not Swedish. How can I be evil?
Martin nominates Berto. Martin, what is your accusation against this Danish fiend?
He claims to have no information, and basically all the characters get some information, and the only reason he wouldn't have any, I guess, is well, each night and so on. But well, he could be a sage. But yeah, he would say something about that. So I don't know. He couldn't come up with a better story.
Okay, and Mr. Dane, what is your defense against this aggressive Swedish Viking wannabe?
Hell, that was a personal insult. Viking wannabe.
You can't just drop that on him.
I need to let my beard grow out now.
What's your defense?
Well, I think it's very aggressive of him to just target me like that.
Yeah. Does anyone else have anything to add to that ironclad defense?
He's the only one that have yet to said anything information. Why am I being targeted?
I mean, I have a 20% chance of hitting the imp immediately.
I feel like he's trying to throw people off himself to cover up that he's doing a third times the charm.
I think there's not enough information at this point.
Okay. In that case, well, we do have an active nomination, so you are going to have to vote. And you need 3 to put Berto on the block. And I'm going to do the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And 0 is not enough.
Are you sure?
I check my rules here, and it does say yes, 0 is not enough. Okay. Nominations are still open. I do sense that at least Sebastian, well, I don't sense it. He said it straight out that he doesn't want to nominate anyone, but does anyone else want to nominate anyone? Otherwise, we will move into the night because the sun's getting real low.
I'm claiming not enough info.
Did I hear a nomination mumble from Space Ham?
Oh no, I was just going with the reference.
Okay. In that case, unless there's a nomination real quick, the night will be upon you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night. Okay, so in Teensy, in general, you want to be pretty aggressive, but it's not bad to not kill one on the first night to get a bit more information. But it is the imp's turn to move. The imp is the first one. Yes, let's go. If you don't want to talk now, feel free to write, but otherwise, you know, whatever, you can tell me who you want to kill. It's up to you.
I could text you who I want to kill. Is that a better idea?
Whatever you prefer.
Yeah.
Let's wait for his message. Where is it? And he kills Elke, which means that Elke, well, she wouldn't have woken up anyways because she had starting information. And Space Ham won't wake up because he's not getting killed. That's it. Okay, let's wake them up. Good morning, everybody.
Everybody?
Everybody, it's time.
All day.
You've slept, it's been saucy, it's been cozy. But unfortunately, the demon has not been lying dormant. You find in the town square as you assemble, split in two and placed as some kind of weird art exhibition where one half is scooped out and the other half is fully there. The remains of Elke.
What is
Our
that
dear-
description?
Hey, I don't make up the rules. It's art. It just comes to me.
I mean, Martin did claim to be an artist.
And I also want to say that Ankonina is back, but I don't know if I can add her in a good way in this state as we are, to be fair. So what I am gonna do is I'm going to say it is now time to talk. You have 3 minutes to discuss amongst yourself.
Okay, I've been very open about my info, so you better talk now.
So you better talk.
Let me also remind Elke that despite you being dead, you're welcome to take part in discussions and whatnot.
Which is either an imp that killed himself or an imp that killed his minion, or you are actually good. So what do you claim to be?
I am actually a clockmaker.
A clockmaker. Okay, so how many steps are there from the demon to minion?
There is one person between the demon and the minion, and I think I am that person.
One step. Okay, so it cannot be you and Berto. It can be Nebuchadnezzar or Berto, or Nebuchadnezzar and Space Ham.
Yeah,
for me.
I think the latter.
Okay, Nebuchadnezzar and Space Ham. And I asked if there's a Baron in play, and Jonas said no, as I said before. So if there is a Baron, I could be a drunk. and received the wrong information, but most likely not. So I don't think there's a Baron, so there is a Scarlet Woman. And you have already died, so if we kill the imp, the Scarlet Woman won't be a demon automatically.
I'm also wondering if I could have gotten the wrong information again, like last round, but I'm not sure on that one.
Only if you're drunk. I mean,
Yeah. But I
okay.
have no way of knowing that right now, right?
Okay, but why? If she, why would she?
Why would she die?
So it might be that Martin once again. Also, it was very artsy, so maybe the artist cover is a part of it.
Maybe it's ain't.
It's so nice seeing you all work together to catch this pest. What a wonderful team you make.
Okay. Berto, what do you claim to be?
A chamberman.
A chambermaid?
No, I'm a man.
Chamberman.
Chamberman. Yeah,
I'm a
makes sense.
chamberman.
Okay. So how many woke?
Of the people I chose, only 2. Wait, no. Only 2.
Out of 2.
Yes. I don't know where they only came from. 2.
And which one did you pick?
I chose Nebuchadnezzar and Helge.
So the question is if the demon killed its own minion this night, or killed itself, or managed to kill a good person. Yeah. All 3 options out of 3.
The gong of bloodthirst has rung. We want to see head rolls. But by all means, feel free to talk a little bit first if you want to.
We already have seen enough death. Do we need more?
I claim to be the empath, so it was correct that I woke up at night.
Okay, so what info do you have as empath?
Well, before the night ended, one of my neighbors was evil.
Okay. And what does it say now? Does it say 1 or 2? No, wait.
We'll
It's
have
not
to
updated
wait.
yet. Right.
Yeah.
It's not updated yet. So, what was Elke a minion that got killed by its imp, or did Elke kill it herself?
That would have been
as an imp?
that would be very interesting play, but of course the demon wouldn't know their minions.
That's
so...
the thing about teensy.
Yeah,
it's
the
very
demon
tricky to
wouldn't
beat.
know. I also want to point out that it's teensy, so we get to this point really quickly, but there are 4 alive players, which means that unless the players that are good feel pretty confident in who is the demon, it is dangerous to nominate today. It is better to sleep and then do a final nomination tomorrow.
So we can go to bed early. Yahoo!
You can go to bed early if you want.
But there is no... Why would it be smarter now to do that?
Just because, let's say that there's a nomination. Let's say that, Spaceham nominates you, and then you die, and you're a townsfolk, and then there's 3 people alive, and the day ends. Then we head into the night, and then the demon kills 1 more person. Then when it's morning, there's only 2 players alive, the demon and another player, and then evil wins. So if you nominate today, you have to kill the demon, otherwise the good team lose. So if you don't want to take that chance, if the good team doesn't know or feel confident, it's better to sleep and not nominate today to have a chance tomorrow with 3 players instead of 4.
Okay, that makes sense.
I do sense that there's probably not going to be any nominations, so I am going to count down. The night will come in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the end of day. No one is executed. But alas, we all must sleep. Good night. So yeah, it's teensy I'm muting myself now, but yeah, Teensy is it's hard, it's difficult. It's interesting that Elke thinks that she's the one in between, because that throws off the scent, unfortunately for her, because that means that Spaceham would be the demon, but in fact it's Martin that is the one in between. So I mean, there's been some suspicion on Berto because his role claim is kind of weak. But we'll see what happens. Let's wake the demon up. I just saw it's already written because he's in the same room as Elke, so that's good. We're gonna do that. He wants to kill Spaceham. That's fine. Let's do that. Good morning. And welcome back to another day in this little shit stain on Earth that we call Teenseyville. Teenseyville, which everybody knows is but a ghost echo of Ravenswood Bluff, but you still live here, so I guess we can pretend. Anyways, you gather.
Ghost echo.
You gather, and there seems to be a pattern, because for the second night in a row,
Oh no.
a poor soul has been brutally murdered. This time, a bit more freakishly than last time. This time you find cut apart in cubes and rearranged as a massive chessboard of flesh, with the ears cut off as the two kings in a final standoff. Spaceham has been killed.
No.
And, well, let's put it this way. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to discuss before we have public discussions and nominations. You don't have to talk privately, you can just talk here, but...
No.
That doesn't make sense. Okay, so...
I mean, maybe if you want us. Maybe if I'm drunk.
Demon kills you, you learn that it is 1 or 2 players, and you won't even say any names.
But were there any outsiders? If I was drunk, then it would make sense that I didn't get any information.
But if you are drunk, then there must be a Baron in play. And I've asked Jonas if there is a Baron in play.
But that means there are two outsiders. Do you know there's another one?
There's a Klutz as well.
You know that?
I mean, no, it must be two outsiders. Okay, we're done here.
Okay, fine.
Hello?
What is that?
Hello?
Hello! I forgot to wake you up. Yeah, I understand the confusion. You were killed by the demon, and you do learn that it's 1 of 2 players. And it was either Berto or Nebuchadnezzar that killed you so artistically.
Ah, I see. I see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you.
And there is no Baron in play. So either if there is a Baron, I must be drunk and receive wrong information, or there is no Baron, so Anton cannot be drunk.
Yeah.
Just muting them for a second. The reason I told him Berto or Nebuchadnezzar is because it seems like Spaceham and Martin are trusting each other a lot. So if I would have told him that it was either Nebuchadnezzar or Martin, it would have been very likely that he figured out it was Nebuchadnezzar, and I think that would be a bit too strong. So instead, I'm throwing shade on Berto or Nebuchadnezzar, which they were probably already thinking, and it gives them a 50-50, basically.
It is a very good question.
Well, to me, it's between Martin and Roberto.
No, it's between you and Martin. I am not a demon.
Okay.
Here's what the demon would say. I think it's you.
I may or may not associate with a demon, but I am not the demon.
No, you smell of it. I'm sure it's you. You're
Yeah.
going down.
Foul breath of I don't know. What's it called? Brimstone and steam.
Sulfur and evil.
I am not a baron.
All the bad things. It's probably you.
No.
No.
Okay.
If you're a sage, you shall know one of two. Then you shall know two player of which.
Can we
of one
nominate?
like the
Can we
demon.
nominate?
Yeah,
please?
nominations are open. Feel free.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Martin nominates Nebuchadnezzar. What is your accusation towards this potential demon?
Yeah, it's a little bit of info Elke says about neighbors, a little bit of what Space Ham says, and unless I am highly, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense here.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm pretty convinced that you are actually the demon, but that's okay.
Yeah. See,
That's my defense. My defense is I think Martin is the demon.
Ah, okay. Does anyone else have anything pertinent to add to this nomination of Nebuchadnezzar?
Yeah, I got my sage information late. I learned that the demon killed me, and it's either Roberto or Nebuchadnezzar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, Martin is for once not the demon. Interesting.
you feeling safe now?
Perchance.
Confused and disappointed.
I will start a countdown unless I hear something else relevant to this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But remember,
yeah,
if he if he is not the demon, then you lose.
Yeah, but I mean, I have 50-50 shot. I must. Yeah. It's you, Alberto. I mean, what can I do?
I mean, I shall not stop it. If you think he's the demon, then
I think you're a minion who tries to take the. Yeah. Nope. I'm
No.
going with them.
Oh, he's going down.
he's
Goodness guy.
believing it. He's falling
Out
for
with
it.
him.
okay. So
Let's go, Nebo.
2 votes are required to put Nebuchadnezzar on the block. Here we go.
Yes. Let's go.
1.
Yes.
2.
It's beautiful.
3. Nebuchadnezzar is marked for execution. So 4 are needed to beat it. And let's see. 4 cannot be beaten because we have 2 dead votes. So, but it can tie. So I will open up nominations. If someone wants to nominate, there is a possibility of a tie. So yeah, if anybody wants to nominate someone, they can.
Yeah, I will nominate Martin.
So you expect me to vote for
Nebuchadnezzar
myself.
nominates Martin.
Oh,
What is your accusation?
Expected.
I think he's the demon. He's been against me. He's trying to incriminate me all the time. So.
I mean, he did try to throw me under the bus in the beginning.
Yes, he did.
Okay, and Martin, what is your defense?
I mean, it's pure desperation by this point. I've been evil
You
twice
sure?
already today. I cannot be 3.
That's
times
just
in a
to
row.
throw us off.
I mean, I have played other games where people have been like the one outstanding thing like 7 times in a row. You can't say that.
Yeah, I mean, Anton or Monoverantus is living proof of that because he's been evil like 10 times in a row, basically. Also, I just want to reply to chat because Monoverantus is talking about that he wants to try hosting sometime. I just want to clarify, you can host. It has to go through my account, but basically, if we were to do another stream where someone else hosts and I'm a player, if anyone's interested in that perspective, you don't need to log into my account. It's just that I start the server, I step down as storyteller, and anybody can then take my place as storyteller. So you don't have to have my login info. You just need to first be invited into a game I host, and then we can swap place. That's how it
Or
works.
it's because it costs money to get the thing.
Yeah, it does. It's and it's stupidly expensive. I have to say, it's unreasonable. It's $15 a month, which is absurd.
A month. Okay, so it's not a one-time fee.
That's-
It's
No. Yeah, if you buy the physical game, it's a pretty expensive game, but I mean, there's a lot of pieces, so I get that. That's like, it's like 100 and...
minor technical issues too.
Yeah, I was thinking you got so
Yeah.
shocked by that price, so you left the server.
Yeah. The
0% tech issues. 0% tech issues.
The physical game is about $160. Like the
Yeah,
the big-
I noticed that when I looked it up. It's
yeah,
or it's 1,400 krona. It's fucking
Jeebus.
it's
That is
very
quite a
expensive.
bit.
There's a lot of
Danish
pieces.
krona, so like the
but
krona
yeah.
that's worth something.
Yeah. And the online app, it's basically, it's like it's like $3 per month if you want to have an account that can play but can't host, and it's $15 a month if you want to be able to host. But I don't know why you would want an account that can play but not host, because obviously you guys can play when someone hosts for free anyway. So I think that's kind of stupid, but whatever. That's their pricing. Anyways, let's get back to the nomination. Nebuchadnezzar nominated Martin. The defense and accusation has been heard. Unless there's pertinent information, I will start the countdown. And there's 3 votes to tie, 4 to execute. But 4 to execute is not going to happen, because that's literally impossible. But anyways, it can be a tie. Let's do the countdown.
Martin, do you believe in yourself?
1.
It's a bit pointless.
And 1 is not enough. Nebuchadnezzar is executed, but in a much more friendly and serene way than what we've seen so far. He's just gently shoved off a cliff. And the fall is very comfortable. It doesn't hurt at all. It's more when he actually touches ground that things go south. And 'tis but a bloodstain left of him now. He dies. And the game is over. Congratulations yet again to the evil... No, I'm just kidding. Congratulations to the good team. And let's see. Let's reveal
in my defense, I thought that the sage would have to wait till the night before he knew.
Yeah. So, good one. Let's reveal the roles. Obviously, I just revealed Nebuchadnezzar was the imp. And Elke was the clockmaker, who correctly learned that there was one person in between the imp and its minion, and that person was Martin, your artist, who approached me on the first day and asked, is the Baron in play, and got a no, which was correct info, and that was correct, because Birdo was the Scarlet Woman. And I have to say, Birdo, that it was kind of an interesting play to basically allude to the fact that you were evil but not the demon, because that was definitely helping the good team by not pick you. Obviously, you could have been lying, and they could have thought that, but yeah, that was fun. Anyways, Spaceham was your sage, and he should have learned during the night that he was killed, that it was either one of 2 players that was a demon, but I forgot, so I told him during the day. And at that point, I could have told him either Nebuchadnezzar or Martin, or Nebuchadnezzar and Berto, and I chose to tell him Nebuchadnezzar and Berto for the simple fact that Spaceham and Martin were obviously trusting each other very, very much, and if I would have told him Nebuchadnezzar and Martin, I'm pretty sure that he would have been really certain that it was Nebuchadnezzar, and I thought that was a bit too strong, which is why I told him that it was one Berto or Nebuchadnezzar, essentially giving them 50-50 and giving the evil team a chance, but it wasn't enough.
You should have played on my feelings. I would have felt so betrayed if you said Martin and Nebuchadnezzar.
Ah, maybe wrong choice by me then.
Because I was like, I was kind of like, if I kill Martin, you're pretty sure that I'm the imp. So my idea was kill Spaceham and then heavily incriminate Martin during the day, so the vote would go against him.
Yeah. It was, it was well played though. It's not easy with teams, especially 5. It's a bit difficult.
You don't say.
It's
Worse
very hard
than
when it's blind.
We had no way
It is-
to.
Yeah,
distinguish.
no way to know. And I almost thought for quite a while that you had accidentally killed Elke as your minion, and so on.
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really, the only thing you can do as a
To be honest, I
minion
believe
is...
Martin was once again as the demon. That kind of explains the messages I sent you.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing you can do as a minion is if someone starts acting flaky and everyone suspects they're the demon, and if you're brave enough, I guess you can go talk to them, but otherwise, the only thing you can do as a minion really is to try and towards the end of the game act in a suspicious way so that people vote for you instead of whoever else is the demon.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I suppose you were kind of trying to do, Berto, when you were like being like,
but
oh,
it was too late.
Yeah. But that was fun. I enjoyed that. I was trying to find a way beforehand to share the music with the players as well. I was thinking, oh, if I have another account, they can be the guest and I can use the Spotify output as the input. But I didn't have time to faff around with that, so only the stream got to enjoy the music. But I don't know if they got to enjoy it anyways, because I think the volume was hella low. So what do you know? I got to enjoy it at least. But yeah, that was fun. I hope it was fun to watch on the chat side of things.
I don't care. It was fun to play.
Yeah, it was fun to play. Yeah, so that's good enough.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to, do some server game nights every now and then.
How about
it was... Vicky said, yeah, it was hella low. Okay, so the music was kind of low. Okay, well, we'll find a balance. But yeah, that was it. I think we're gonna wrap up there for tonight. Thank you for playing. That was fun. I'm sorry, Spaceham, that there was a misunderstanding with the starting time. He thought it started. He thought it started 6, and it started 5 his time. And then when he had messaged me, I didn't see because we were in the middle of a game. And but you got to play a little bit. But yeah. It was
Definitely
fun.
With more people, it makes it better because there's more
Yeah.
Discussion.
It's really interesting when you have more than one minion. If there are 2 minions, that is such a...
Also, just when people go out and talk individually and stuff instead of just discussing and then one couple in private because they need their alone time. Martin and somebody else always.
So with 10 players and above, there are 2 minions in play, and then if you're you can be up to 15 players, and then you can technically be 20 players, but then players 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 all have to be travelers in a 20-player game. I've heard that that's just chaotic. People are saying basically
we love
that
chaos.
People are saying that like more than 12 is difficult. The sweet spot is like 9 to 12 players.
I think we played more than 12 with the other day. Were we like 12 or 14? I think.
I think we were 12. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but that game became so complex.
Yeah.
It was super difficult to be a good person. I was playing good at that game, and I mean,
it's difficult to be a good person, indeed.
Yeah, but in that way, because the evil, they have so much information. They know what to fake. They know the minions. They have our poisoner. They have, and so on.
And but yeah. Thank you for playing, and also to the chat, thank you for watching. I'm gonna do the thing where I turn the music up. Hell yeah, because it's time to say
same time again tomorrow.
Yes, time again tomorrow, every day. And good night, Ravenswood Bluff. Let's hope there's not a demon.
It's Team Civil
in your town. Yeah, well, now I'm talking to the world, which is more than 6 players, which means it's Ravenswood Bluff time. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the demon bite. Let's hope there's a monk to protect you if they do. Otherwise, have a cheeky one.
Undertaker, you get